I went to sleep at about
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Oh.
and
What were
then
you doing?
just can't sleep, man. Welcome to the
Yeah.
world of an insomniac.
I
You know?
mean, yeah, no. When you say it that way, I get it.
Yeah. And then,
They used to make really good Spider-Man games.
ha,
I started one of their games today. Sorry, go on. You were saying something.
I was saying that I had not slept very much, and I think Brody hasn't slept at all. And yeah, also we're live, so
Oh.
hello
Huh.
everybody.
Are we live actually or only theoretically?
Well, we're not alive, but we're live.
You know, we are. What? Well, now you've got me curious, right? Like, are we live? I see us being live, but I'm not sure that we are live until I see like notifications and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
We are in some way live, yes.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Twitch can confirm I am now live, which is the important part.
Right.
The worst part of every time I try to go to Twitch is having to type like the fourth letter before it realizes I'm not trying to go to Twitter.
Mm-hmm. It's actually the fifth letter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
You're right. It is the fifth letter. Wow. Look at how many. Just so many letters.
Yeah.
So is this one Prime Gaming again?
This I don't know. We've got E3 is the only one that's live right now.
Okay.
But I know that the Twitch gaming will also be doing stuff. So I imagine we're gonna end up going back and forth again. Plus, of course, there's who knows what happens during the treehouse part of this whole day. So schedule. Today, starting at 11 o'clock, they're going to do the broadcast pre-show, which you're currently watching, which it turns out the broadcast pre-show primarily consists of a countdown timer.
Who could have guessed?
I think that is the most bullshit. If your countdown timer, you shouldn't count your countdown timer in your schedule. Like, maybe that's just me, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Nintendo's Nintendo Direct. That's at 12, which is
Finally, things.
41 minutes away from now. We will be watching Nintendo's Nintendo Direct. I believe that there have already been some leaks about what's coming out today. So I'm not sure that there's a whole lot of surprise. But should be nonetheless at least reasonably interesting. If you haven't been spoiled yet, I won't do that for you. But nothing that has been leaked so far is shocking.
Right.
Right? Like, nothing so far has shocked me.
Okay.
We can
I don't think I've seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to them too much.
We can probably expect to see the Mario and Rabbids stuff show up again.
Yeah.
And it is almost 100% that we're going to see at least one Smash announcement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like almost definitely. Yeah,
it is almost 100%. In fact, I would say it is 100%. Yes. Also, we're going to see the Smash, or not the Smash, the Switch Pro, almost 100% today. The showcase will last 40. I would put money on both of those things being true. We will see a 40-minute showcase. They have already announced that we should see Zelda, Animal Crossings, perhaps a Zelda 35th anniversary something or other as well. Maybe not. Breath of the Wild 2 should be something thing this year, and a new Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is expected.
Yeah, the remakes.
Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the
That is-
remakes of.
Well, no,
yeah.
I can already hear know what they are from that name. It's just like the adjectives are just getting worse and worse over time.
Yes. The rumors for one of these things, like I said, there have been some leaks, which I think is kind of surprising because typically Nintendo's pretty good about stamping down on these leaks, but they did some bad things, and I'm not gonna do it. But one of the things is one of the things we've talked about already, that we were like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they did this?
Oh, interesting.
There is a leak.
Oh,
that-
I don't know. I have no 0% clue on what this leak is, but I have a feeling I know what you're talking about. That'll be cool.
So we will see. I'm gonna get some music on in the background from E3 here. Let's go. I have a someone loves you request here.
Oh,
From,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aaron Anamates.
So who goes first?
I guess we all have to. So I
Love you, Aaron.
Aaron.
Love you, Aaron.
Are we gonna get another board meeting today?
Put your back into it.
Okay, fine. Yes. Love you, Aaron.
Hello, Spider Chaos.
Was that better?
Yes. Are we going to get another board meeting today? Today actually is like the most action-packed because there's 4 things on the schedule. So it can't possibly be a board meeting. We have Nintendo at noon, 37 minutes from now. We have Nintendo. They're going to pop up. They're going to do a 40-minute long thing, and then they're going to do a 5-hour treehouse. 5-hour treehouse? I don't know. This is where we have currently said, I don't know what we're going to do today. Because if it's 5 hours of treehouse and then nothing, we can't possibly... we can't just sit here and hypothesize for 5 hours. So we'll see. It sure does depend on what's going on as to whether or not we go, welp, that's it, we're not watching Bandai Namco at 5:30. Do you like that? Was that a good segue? Did you like it?
That was a I love your segue. It was amazing.
A good segue. So 5:30, Bandai Namco, who is expected to actually have some announcements, right?
Yeah.
Like they're actually expected to have some announcements. I don't think I've ever been like, "Ooh, Bandai could be the best show."
Yeah, I realized in retrospect, if I was Xbox, I'd be pissed because they released 32 million things when they could have just had 2 games and still won E3.
Yeah, they could have done.
They could have just spent $5 and been like, yeah, here's a game.
Yeah, they could have
Here's
done
one
absolutely
game.
nothing. Yeah. So apparently, the fun thing is that Bandai is apparently focusing on a single game. Right? Now you got to think about it. What's the only game that people are excited about from Bandai? And I immediately go, "Oh, it's Elden Ring." Right?
Well,
but
is it? Or
well, yeah. I mean, what else do they have? They have Ace Combat, Soul Calibur, Dark Pictures Anthology. I don't know what else. Bandai Namco has.
I just wasn't sure that Elden Ring was Bandai Namco.
Yeah. And I don't know what else they would possibly focus on for almost an hour. I just don't know what else they could do. So maybe it's nothing. But
they say they were just going to do one game?
Well, yeah, they announced they're doing one game.
Oh, okay.
One game for their whole thing, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Especially right after Elden Ring.
Not anymore.
Well-
If I thought about it like 3 days ago, then yes. But
Yeah.
thinking about it now, it's not crazy.
So I'm willing to like throw up a little bit of that and be like, I think maybe we might have Bandai just talking Elden Ring, which would be a reason to hang out, right? Like, but then it's 5 hours of Treehouse to get there. Then we have Eureka Studio. Eureka, not like Eureka, but like YOO, Eureka.
Yeah, like Eureka.
Yeah, Eureka. And
Eureka.
they are a PC gaming publisher that does mostly like really Asian games. Like super Asian games. So we'll see what they do. I think they have Scourgebringer, and I'm not sure, but they might be doing that.
Yeah, it looks like Scourgebringer 2020.
Is that, yeah, so they've got, I don't know what else they could possibly be doing, but their show is 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's great. 10-minute game. And then we have the gameplay, or GameSpot showcase, which is supposed to have a lot of new world premieres. So, like, they could end it on a banger. Because then that's it. That's the last thing for the day, other than the award show, which we probably won't watch. But, I mean, that's it. That's the whole day. That is the whole day. M sounds so defeated. I'm just really tired, man. Like, I've been talking for 30 hours straight. My voice is starting to go, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
need
no,
a break.
I can hear it a little bit. It's a lot more. I mean, it feels a lot more relaxed than usual.
Relaxed. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
I'm always relaxed.
You know? I don't know
So
about that
we got
one.
2 minutes before nothing happens, and they just start saying, "Hey, we're only 30 minutes away." I found this tweet, and I'm gonna read it because I think it really shows what happened this week. I want you to think about everybody other than Xbox and all of the new games that were announced. Okay, all the things that got us excited. All right, and now I'm gonna read this list from Xbox. A quick recap of the Xbox games that they showed trailers for or announced this weekend. Age of Empires 4, Among Us, Atomic Heart, Back for Blood, Battlefield 2042, Contraband, Diablo 2 Resurrected, Iodine Chronicles, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Grounded's update, Hades coming to a physical edition with the special edition with all the stuff, Halo Infinite, another thing on Microsoft Flight Simulator, Party Animals, Plague Tale 2, Requiem, Psychonauts 2, Redfall, Replaced, I don't remember that one, Sea of Thieves, Shredders, which was the bad snow one, but like whatever, Slime Rancher 2, Somerville, which was really cool looking, the 2.5D one that was really neat looking, Stalker 2, Starfield, The Ascent, The Outer Worlds 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon, whatever, 12 Minutes. They showed some really, really cool games, and like as you go through this list, it's like, oh, Atomic Heart. Holy shit, Atomic Heart's going to be a Game Pass day one. That's huge news. Back for Blood looks great. Battlefield 2042 looks great. Contraband looks fucking great. Forza Horizon 5 is the prettiest game I've ever seen, you know? Party Animals looked incredibly fun. Plague Tale 2 looked fantastic. Psychonauts 2 looked great. They didn't even have any Tim Schleier face on there. It was great. Redfall looked great. Slime Rancher 2 looked great. Summerfield looked great. Stalker 2 looked great. The Outer Worlds 2 looked great. Like, holy shit. If you want to talk about coming hard at it, like, man.
You're saying that you came hard at it.
I'm saying Xbox came hard at it.
But you're saying
Well, no, you wanted to talk about coming hard at it.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you said. You said you want to talk about coming hard at it, so that you're saying that it made you come hard at it.
So one of the interesting things also that I thought is that what's his name? Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
I believe it's Hod Towered.
Todd Howard. Now, he said something, and it was like, huh. Starfield is like Skyrim in space. Todd Howard
Oh,
tells
I
the
get
Post.
it now. I get it now.
And
I
it's
wouldn't have
being
expected.
released 11/11/22.
It's literally Skyrim.
It's Skyrim in space. It's 11/11/22. It's 11 years after 11/11/11, and he has told them it's Skyrim in space. From top of I think we no longer need to question anything. The fact that it's coming on the Creation Engine 2 is probably the most exciting news, because it means that Bethesda's not going to be using the same shit fucking engine anymore. But, whew.
Well, it just makes you nervous now because it's like, if Starfield's engine sucks, then just like all hope for the Elder Scrolls 6
yeah,
is
Bethesda's
gone.
going to... Oh my god, yeah. The Elder Scrolls 6 is definitely, like, I think Starfield is a new IP specifically to get the bugs out for the big dollar Elder Scrolls game, right? Like, that makes sense that you would put out Starfield with your new engine before you'd put out the Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
But we still got a
Yeah.
lot of fun ahead of us.
I
so
think
it's
so.
absolutely
I want a
fantastic.
Dark Souls that's based on the Pac-Man world.
On Pac-Man. I mean, I would rather have it based on Pac-Man World 2,
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
which is the best Pac-Man world.
Sure, sure.
Redfall, Back
Yeah,
for Blood,
yeah.
Halo
What about
Infinite.
Championship
I
Edition?
just want to kill a vampire.
No,
All right.
Pac-Man World 2 still takes it.
Paper Airplane. Yes, that was not part of the Xbox thing, but it was a good game. You're
Unfortunately, not
absolutely
an
right.
Xbox
Like, if
Game
you were
Pass
going to
day
think of a game that wasn't Xbox that was good, that you're excited for, Paper Airplane, man, they came in fucking clutch. I'm really curious.
That's Super Roadie.
I would like to see, what was it, Life Slice?
Life Slice. Yeah.
Life Slide.
Like, God damn. See, I can't fucking remember the name. Guys, good game. Good game. Please rename it.
Life
Please.
Slide. I'm curious
Life
if we can
Slide.
see like Steam wish lists. Like, I'm curious if they...
So much great stuff going
I
on.
don't
but
know.
we've been having
We'll see
so
if they
much
have
fun, and we're so happy
updates
you
and stuff.
joined us
I think
on
it would be
this
hilarious
journey.
if they're like,
E3
we
is
got
our
42,
and since we are dealing with the
42
effects
wish
of the
lists. We've
pandemic,
never been
but
happier.
now you're getting to enjoy the announcements
'Cause
and
I would know that
reactions
was all
all
us.
from the comfort of your own home. And those homes are worldwide, folks. And
Blade Blur
save
says
this
you
all
three
from the
look
event.
great. I
We're
look like I'm
broadcasting
censored.
across
I don't
the
know what you're
globe,
talking
and
about.
maybe even to a space station or two, depending
Well,
on the Wi-Fi
I got that
coverage.
nice bedhead going on, you know?
Yesterday.
Mhm.
We could have
And then
asked
Raiden-
Bethesda
Hell
to
yeah.
to the astronauts.
Raiden
I look-
looks like
I look
he
fantastic.
Loving it, huh?
he looks like he's on a
Yeah.
couch.
But going virtual has certainly been
I
a
look
fun
like I'm on a
experience.
couch. Oh, fuck off.
Don't,
God damn it.
Raiden,
I
come
swear to
on,
God.
Raiden,
It's early.
Raiden,
It's early.
Raiden.
No.
You said it. I saw it. I was about to say something. I was about to stop you from saying something, and then you said something.
Well, I appreciate.
Now, for anybody who's
Oh.
not aware of what that means, of course, here we go. We have
Good.
some
Good.
beautiful
Say that
fan
way.
art. Take a look at
could have
this beautiful
saved
fan art
you.
right here of Raiden on a couch surrounded by his most friendly penguin types. His most friendly penguin. He's sitting on this couch just so happy. So happy. Oh, hey, here we go. I forgot to show you guys the E3 stuff. So you've been hearing it in the background, but not seeing it. I'm so apologetic. Can you hear the apologeticness? So apologetic.
Can you give us a full-throated sentence apology?
I'm so sorry.
Full-throated sentence? What is
Yeah.
a full-throated a sentence?
Well, I think he was about to do it.
You consume souls in Pac-Man like you do
now he
in
didn't
Dark
do it.
Souls. You do kind of consume souls, that's true.
No idea what we're
Mhm.
going to see at the awards. Like,
Did they just say Monday had a lot of announcements? I don't know. I've not been listening to them, but I bet they did because
There's no fucking way.
They
There's
are
no
liars.
fucking way.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Hello and great. Greg, yes, I do stink, but I
Like,
stink
I
of
understand
success.
the perspective
That's right.
of,
That's
like,
why no one is around me. They
you
cannot
know,
get enough
Greg's
of
been
this
paid to
odor
do this.
that
He
I
can't
am
be
protruding from my
negative. But
body.
there's no
So
fucking way
this
they said there
final
were a
game
lot of
actually here at
announcements
E3
yesterday.
Apparently, I mean,
you know,
according
we
to
are expecting
C-Town,
some
they
big
said
news to
there were a
come
lot
out
of
throughout
announcements
the
on
day.
Monday.
But you know, I do want to talk
So,
about, you know, the big moments.
I mean,
that,
here's the thing,
we've
right?
seen this
If you
week,
were to
right?
take everything that
A
happened
lot
yesterday,
stood out.
I
There was,
bet
you
you
know,
can make a
personal
list of
favorites for
announcements
myself.
and like
Damon, I guess we'll start with you.
impress
Well, yeah,
somebody.
Could you, though? Like,
Yeah, oh,
Razer,
I bet you could.
the
I feel-
smallest 14-inch laptop ever.
like, I
Yeah.
feel like you'd have 10. I feel like you'd have a list of like 10 announcements, maybe. And that's like taking every game from the indie showcase. That's taking all of the games from Capcom. Like,
Yeah.
Turns out they have this whole
let's
there was nothing.
I'm looking for Monday.
The voice actors back in place and gonna let us actually play
Capcom's presentation of new content for some of the biggest game series, Resident Evil and Monster Hunter.
So that's something I'm looking forward to. And then also, like, Greg,
Did they reveal anything really?
No.
Resident Evil.
No, but they capped off the day at E3 with new content. Excuse me, new content for Resident Evil and Monster Hunter. They had a busy release,
Yeah, that popped out for me right away.
with most of their announcements pertaining to Resident Evil 8 Village and Monster Hunter Rise. Plus news that Resident Evil's multiplayer game Reverse will go live next month, along with forthcoming downloadable content for Village.
That's why I wasn't
My
here
odor.
yesterday.
New trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Like Greg was talking about freedom
And
games,
the
well,
Great
Cat
Ace
Cafe,
Attorney Chronic. Like,
game,
you can
Human Rescue,
absolutely.
where you work in a dog shelter
In a
to
jam-packed,
animals.
all-digital
You know, my
E3
baby
event.
rescue,
What do you
so I'm
think?
like,
What do you think I'm about to say?
I need this now.
After
There were
this.
so many really cute indie games
Bet there
that
were a
all
lot of
had
announcements on
tiny
Monday.
In a
games.
jam-packed,
About a second
all-digital
ago,
E3 event,
multiple hours of
Take-Two's event,
Beaver Town building game.
Uh-huh.
Beaverton, Timber-
focused on something other than new games.
I don't know.
What?
The
That's
publisher,
the most generous way of putting that I've ever fucking heard in my life.
yeah,
Yeah.
Take-Two was sandwiched in a lineup of games showcases. So
No, they
it-
weren't.
So
No,
it
they
was-
weren't.
It was easy for the audience to miss that the games company, which owns Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead franchise, wouldn't be presenting any games on stream.
Yeah, no, we're stepping away from it. We can't, nope. We're not going
Wait,
down that
Take-Two
rabbit
owns
hole
Rockstar?
again, bro.
Yes,
Dan, what about for you, brother?
that's why
What
people
did you like?
paid attention.
uh,
Then they name drop Black Lives Matter and George Floyd in the same sentence that they say Zoom call and gamers are mad about it. We are apparently angry gamers now for not appreciating Take-Two's diversity Zoom call. This is what the Washington Post has written.
And here
by
we
the
are.
way.
We get to have this first look back into a movie that came out in 2009.
I'm sorry, that didn't even register. What?
We, the gamers who complained
Right.
about Take-Two,
Right.
we are angry anti-diversity people who are mad not because of what they did, right? Not because of how the Zoom call went, but because we are anti-diversity and we don't stand with Black Lives Matter, according to the Washington Post. This is the summary of yesterday from Take-Two.
Well,
I feel like that's a fucking spin. Like crazy.
Yeah,
How do
I
you
mean,
do that? How do you
I don't
make
know,
that spin?
but
Holy shit.
I mean, the easiest way to get out ahead of that is just to be like, you know, Black Lives Matter, trans rights, all that shit.
How can you be like, oh, people didn't like the Take-Two Zoom call, so clearly
Oh no, I mean that's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. Like that whole situation's ridiculous. I just
crazy. Rico, hey, I got myself vaccinated and I'm back home in time to catch the stream. Congratulations. I think you're one of like 4 people in the entire country of Brazil that believes that the coronavirus is real. So it's good on you. Did you say that Nintendo won't allow co-streaming? I'm super ignored you, Metal. I'm sorry.
And all you want is just
He's used to it. He's
And
used
some
to being
incredible
ignored.
mini games. You can spend just as much time
So
playing
Nintendo
mini
did
games
tweet from their
as the
official
main
account
story. It's phenomenal.
that co-streaming in Japan won't be allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, only Japan though.
Right.
Oh,
so
okay.
in Japan, co-streaming won't be allowed, and specifically they were talking about mirrors. So not just like full co-streams, but mirrors. So
They said it was fine to upload to YouTube afterwards.
yeah, but we won't be. We're not mirroring, so we don't give a shit anyway. Like they're talking about people who are not doing reaction. We're gonna be talking straight over them. Like they're gonna come up there and they're gonna be like, "Hey, so we got the new DLC fighter, and guess who it is? You want to believe it?" And we'll be like, "No, we'll believe it. We've been talking about this."
So obviously, don't say who it is if this. But was that one of the leaks?
No, I'm not talking about nothing. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes. I saw a tweet from Twitch where they didn't specify Japan. Yeah. So I was already sent all that stuff this morning by a couple of people, but no. There will be doing the show. So the Japanese version.
Last thing I'm just gonna say. Starfield, obviously. I mean, come on,
The
guys.
Japanese
Starfield,
version.
we're all
Oh,
very
Twitch
happy.
Gaming will not be showing it because all creators can't co-stream. Yeah, so just in Japan though. And that's because they're going to be doing music in the Japanese only version that they will be copyright striking because that's Nintendo.
E3, use the hashtag E3 2021. You'll pop
Gotcha.
up in the TikTok.
Metal, I just didn't want you guys to get in trouble. I super appreciate it, man. You're real bro. I don't know. You can't tell, but I'm giving you like the heart pound, like then I'm here's the piece.
I can kind of hear it actually.
Can you hear that? So heart pound, right? Like bro. And then you got to do the piece. So here you go. Just picture me throwing up a
Well,
piece.
no, you got to do 2 heart pounds and then.
I did too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
just wanna make sure.
Pound piece. Pound
Yeah.
piece. Yeah.
Well, it's like I thought it's a double tap pound. Like it's not like you can do 2 like legged apart from each other. You have to just go like quick succession, like bang bang.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then you're good.
A Link to the Past.
Yes.
Link to the Past.
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. That was the game. that
Take-Two
really
did their
made me
monthly Zoom
realize that
call
video games
during
is
one of the
this
biggest
really
games
running and
conventions.
jumping. This
Yeah.
is art.
It was
If
fucking
there was
terrible.
a corner to
It was absolutely fucking terrible.
Probably gonna find something cool there.
Edmund McBudel, of
Just
course,
so
anything else would
imaginative.
mean that the
And it kind of
diversity
what
team did something
got
wrong,
me really into
and we
wanting
can't
to
have
make games
that.
as a kid.
I mean, it really does feel that way. If you go read any of the articles that talk about the coverage for Take-Two, they are 100% blaming gamers. And, like, I don't know. That's such a shitty, stupid, lazy take.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like it's so blatant that like it's not even worth getting mad about that they're doing it, because it's just like nobody's gonna look at that and then look at what they put out and be like, yeah, that was acceptable at E3. Like,
Yeah. Like well, we didn't even like we saw Zoom call and we didn't even like we were just kind of like, wow, it's a Zoom call.
Yeah, like,
we weren't
I mean-
upset about anything we were saying. We were basically just talking over them like, I wonder when the games are coming.
I mean, I believe it was muted like 90% of the thing, and like the other percent of the thing, we were just like, man, I feel sorry for like the people who have good organizations here that
Yeah,
like should have
basically.
been spotlighted
Yeah.
in a better way.
Metal says that he's gonna go do some chores, and all the stupid shit you gotta do as an adult, so have some fun. Hey man, thanks, good to see you. Thanks for trying to warn me, man. You should have warned me before the Take-Two Zoom call. That's what the fuck somebody should have warned me about. Oh, T-Pain! I forgot he's one of the world's biggest streamers now.
Super Mario games have a special
Is he?
He is, dude. He showed up, right? And he went hard at it, too. He came on and he was like, hey, I'm going to start streaming. And he had this incredible setup. And he, like, did all the things. He had lights on the walls for, like, subscribers and, like, alarms. And he'd, like, play music and sing to you if you subscribed and shit. It was fucking crazy. He was, like better than Ninja production quality. Like, normally when a celebrity's like, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, you expect for them to be, like, sitting, you know, with a C920, and they're, you know, off to the side or something, right? You know what I mean? Like the worst possible everything.
Well,
They're
that's what
talking
was
through-
amazing about that's what was amazing about the pandemic was just seeing like Hollywood and industry professionals like go home and just like be incapable of just setting up a camera, like a
Oh my
single
God,
camera,
yeah.
and it's just like wow.
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
don't you have
I
a
think it
guy
was
you
the-
can ask about that?
It was maybe the Grammys or something. I don't remember, but I remember that Lady Gaga was singing, right? And I remember that she was the only one who had a camera, and it was so stark because they would. I think it was that Imagine song or whatever, where they all like tone deaf sang at people. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the Imagine like
Yeah.
super celebrity supercut.
Yeah. So like they did that, and you'd see like Gal Gadot show up, and you'd see Dua Lipa show up, and then they're all talking like in pixels. And then you get this incredible, beautiful shot from Lady Gaga, right? Just like 4K, clean, well lit, right in the middle of it with her $10,000 microphone. You know what I mean? And then boom, it goes back to fucking pixels.
Well, I think the point of that video was that, oh, I'm using my phone because I'm just like you. We're all in the same situation here. They were trying to be like,
Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
like they were intentionally not. Well, they shouldn't have done it at all. You're absolutely right.
So I guess Twitch is canceling Nintendo this morning.
Are they?
They are. Twitch is canceling their Nintendo Direct coverage this morning. We're just going to have the E3 stuff. I'm kind of shocked. They're, wow. I got to look this up because this is what's showing up here, man. Like, they're not live yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's...
Nintendo, this is from Twitch 18 minutes ago. Nintendo tweeted from their official account that co-streaming today's event is not allowed, differing from years past. While Twitch Gaming has permission to air the show, we won't be airing the event because all creators can't co-stream. Now, if you go to their thing, right? If you go to the tweet that they copied, here's the exact words. Please refrain from mirror distribution of Nintendo Direct video and audio during live distribution of Nintendo Direct. Simultaneous viewing distribution without mirror distribution is possible. So co-streaming is possible as long as we are not directly mirroring their content. Okay? After the live distribution of Nintendo Direct, you can post a video that handles the distributed video as long as the content complies with the guideline. This is so super Nintendo written, but like sentence by sentence, please refrain from mirror distribution of video and audio during the live distribution. Means during the stream, please do not just show the same video we are, because we're going to be striking those, right?
Right.
Simultaneous viewing distribution without mirror distribution. Co-streaming while doing reaction is possible. Okay? And afterwards you're fine. But this is supposed to be only to their Japanese audience. This is not coming from Nintendo USA. This is only Nintendo in Japan.
Right.
Like Nintendo of America. Let's see what they tweeted 19 minutes ago. It's starting. Get ready. The game is afoot. They sent out hype packages to co-streamers.
Yeah.
Like, but Twitch, if I go to Twitch Gaming, it's offline. It is offline. They will not be doing it. That's kind of crazy. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Well, so not to the YouTube stream. We're not, like, they're still doing it on the E3 Twitch, just not on the actual Twitch. Like Twitch/Twitch is not showing it. That's what's crazy. I don't think Twitch cares. I think they do care. Nami says you can't mirror distribute it. You don't even have a camera up, let alone a mirror.
That's true. That's true.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Nintendo...
This isn't. Like this tweet isn't even in English. Like it's the Japanese tweet in Japanese that you had to translate to read, right?
Yes.
Is that the one I'm looking at?
Yes.
So it's not for us.
Correct. Has nothing to do with us. Now, this is very Nintendo, right? Like, you got to remember, this is the company that for however many years would just steal money from YouTubers, like straight up. And if you wanted to be part of them, you had to agree. Like, if you wanted them not to steal all your money, you had to agree that they would take 60% of your money and only cover Nintendo products. You know?
All's fair in love, war, and Nintendo Direct, apparently.
Apparently,
I don't get Nintendo, the company. Like, they just make these decisions, and it's just like, I don't understand sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it leads to, like, a Switch being released, and sometimes it leads to, like...
the Nintendo creator thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's fucking insanity.
I think of... I really... well, I don't know. Sony's done some stuff, but I feel like of the quote-unquote big three, Nintendo is honestly, like, the most anti-consumer?
Oh, yeah, they hate you. Nintendo hates you.
Yes.
That's the thing,
And
right?
yet-
When you look at Nintendo, they don't think of like YouTube. They hate YouTubers. They just put up with us. They hate co-streamers. They hate Twitch. They put up with us. Japanese companies in general have this weird hella social relationship with content creators, because, like, you know, think of another company outside of Japan that would copyright strike you for let's playing one of their games past a certain point.
Here's an ad. Okay, we'll spread your advertisement. No, don't.
Don't do that.
Okay.
How dare you do that? How dare you increase our money? How dare.
Stop. We wanted people to see that.
Stop! We wanted people to see that! Yes. I like that. I think I actually kind of like... Yeah, here you go. You can restream it, just not without commentary.
Well...
You can restream it, just not without commentary. That is the rule for this. So I guess this is Twitch taking a stand?
Maybe.
Like, in a way, right? Because Twitch, this is Twitch and their business, for sure.
Right.
So I can see them being like, look, if you won't let our co-streamers do it, we're not letting anybody do it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I mean, that could be it.
Yeah. Oh, I should tag the good shit Boney. Let's tag the Discord so they know we're live. I'm not doing this for nobody. Oh.
Yeah, no, we know the word Dark Pictures, not the Dark Knight. They will do that. I'm thrilled. It's a playable horror movie.
I'm just so used to doing it for nobody every year.
No, I just
right?
Just spews out of my brain like Pazuzu in this game coming to spook our people who were in Iraq, I think around 2003. Ancient Syrian
These
mythology,
rules
super,
feel
super
redundant.
cool.
How many
Very
people
excited to
restream
see
the
this.
event
Have those
1-to-1?
jump scares with my friends.
I don't
They
know
will
that
go
there's a
on
whole
again.
lot
I
of
love this series.
people
I'm excited to see what they have in
that
store.
do the one-to-one mirroring, but I'm sure there are some out there, right? Like, I'm sure that there are
There's
some
definitely
people.
somebody.
I know that I have, in previous years, I've kind of just watched it and said whatever I had to say, which would mean that there would be a lot of downtime.
It almost feels like it's more targeted towards, like, publications like IGN or GameSpot that would just put up their own, like, go to twitch.tv/IGN to watch the conference because you went for you clicked on a link on IGN to get here.
What was that gaming YouTuber that was taking advantage of everybody and they lost all their staff? I can't remember what it was called.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I don't think I'm gonna come up with it.
Are you talking about the Game Explain guy?
Game Explain. Yeah, so like Game Explain, they would do that. They would restream the direct 100% the same, right? And then they would immediately put it up as a video. So, like, I get it. To an extent, I get it. So if you're doing commentary, you're fine. But again, this still seems like it's focused towards Japanese co-streamers more than anybody else. But
Yeah.
I guess I do understand from a point of view why you might want to consolidate your audience watching actual fans and stuff.
Yeah, like if Twitch Gaming like was telling people like we are the co-stream event, like we're guaranteeing you that if we're doing streaming it, you can go stream it, and then this happens, they're basically like, okay, well, we're not gonna risk somebody not realizing, like we promised them they'd be fine, they streamed the event like we told them to, and then they got claimed or whatever. Like they just don't want to risk that for the one person it would affect, so they're just like, okay, well, we can't do it then.
C-Town says they're Twitch and they don't give a fuck about making you stand. I think you got to remember the Twitch's business is not Nintendo, and they don't care about Nintendo necessarily, right? I mean, to a point, of course they would, but like their business is streamers and co-streamers, and so if their co-streamers are getting hit, they're losing revenue. If Nintendo is hitting them, they're losing revenue.
Yeah, Twitch wants people on Twitch, so if they can like basically create a controversy where everybody gets mad at Nintendo one year, and then next year everybody just it's default you co-stream because of everybody got mad the one time they weren't allowed to, then that's just good for Twitch. Yeah.
Nintendo, please don't restream my commercial. Yes. Yes, that is absolutely right. And it is. It's a commercial. Xbox is showing Rocket League this morning.
Yeah, it's a commercial, but you know what? I think we're all going to be really mad if these commercials aren't good.
That's true, right? Like, we're about to watch 40 minutes of commercial, and I'm sure hoping that they do something. Because right now, right, we have, I want to say 3 things that have been good. We have Xbox, we have Devolver, and we have fucking Paper Airplane. And that's it. That's it. So, like, I'd really like to be like, oh, Xbox and Nintendo, they fucking killed it. Devolver was great. You know, I'd like to be able to say that. I sure as shit don't want to be like, Xbox was great. Devolver did good. Boy, Nintendo, I can't believe they pulled a Ubisoft. You know?
That's what siblings do.
Wow.
So, we'll see. If I go out of my way to watch a commercial, it better be good and not a fucking Zoom call. Dude, I'm telling you, right? Like, those two things, Ubisoft cutting the audio for everybody and a Zoom call, those are Devolver doesn't have to do any work. That is what they're doing next year. They're going to do a Zoom call where they cut out the audio for sure. They have to. It's beautiful. It's already set up for them.
It's very good, yeah. Like this year is such a fucking travesty, man.
You know, like I remember when we would look at Sony and be like, I can't believe they're making us wait an hour while the entire audience moves to another stadium to watch a guy play a flute. To watch a guy play the flute, we're going to move the whole audience. Then, after the flute is done, we're going to go back to waiting while the entire audience moves back to the other stadium.
You know, it's all about those acoustics.
Like, that's one of those things where you go, holy shit, that's the worst E3 could ever be. But nope. No, like, Jesus Christ, Ubisoft and Take-Two both did wholly unique, terrible things. Both of them put on the worst show I've ever seen, in different ways.
Yeah.
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 Just 30 seconds to disappointment, and they removed the timer.
Many others feel the same way. You mentioned fighting games, one of my favorites, Super WrestleMania. I love that game.
I think, what, 40 seconds to maybe not disappointment. That's nice.
That was another good one. Like all the wrestling games, we loved those. It was great.
Great ones, but believe it or not, the Nintendo presentation is about
It's always like right before the thing starts that it's like,
right now, this second.
come on guys, let's go.
All right, here we go. Let's get some hype in the chat. Let me see those poggers. Where's the poggometer?
Yeah, where's our poggometer? We're reaching critical low levels of pog right now.
Wow. Speedy says even Gearbox showed more than 2K.
Yeah.
If we suddenly go offline, just know it's not our fault. It's Nintendo, and we've been canceled.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Hello, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide as well.
The Nintendo Switch system is now in its 5th year, and many people around the world are playing games on it. Nintendo Switch is being enjoyed by a wide range of players spanning all ages and all levels of gaming experience. Thank you all very much.
Do you think it's been too long without commentary? Are we striking yet?
Of games on the system.
I'm sure we're fine.
Not just from
They're not saying
Nintendo,
it.
but also from our many development and publishing partners.
That's not their real voice, says Boney.
Each of you watching
Well,
this Nintendo
yeah.
Direct will be
I was
able to find
confused
a
at first when
game
like
that suits your
we weren't
personal
picking
tastes.
up, but then it was like, yeah, clearly dubbed over.
Today, we
Wait,
have news on
wait,
upcoming
hold on, Ryan,
Nintendo
are you
Switch
joking?
games. And we'll be focusing on a selection of games releasing
Like,
this year.
have you watched a
We
Nintendo
hope you
Direct
enjoy it.
before?
Well, no, I just like it
Okay,
started. They
to begin,
started mouthing
please take a
things and
look
no
at
audio
this
came out,
video.
and I'm like, what's going on? And then it dubbed it over. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's like always how they do it.
Did you guys watch the Stalker 2 trailer? Yes. It was
A few times
fantastic.
now.
Yeah, we've seen it several times. It was fantastic. So we got Zelda. We're opening up with Zelda.
Well, I think looks more like Smash.
But still, that's Ganondorf, right? So,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wait. Okay. All right. Yup. All right. How did I know who that was before it was? That was fucking cool.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is. Is that Tekken?
I've never. Yeah. I've never played Tekken in my fucking life, but I recognize that scene. I think because fucking PlayStation All Stars does the same thing with Heihachi.
So we got Tekken in Smash now.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever
Right.
expect to see Tekken beating up fucking Samus?
I mean, like Ryu's
It just-
in it.
It just feels like the same clone of like a character they've had.
They keep doing
This
the
is funny. This is pretty funny. Throwing the arms guy and then kicking the arm in. That's pretty funny, actually.
So I mean, yeah, I like. It's not a character that I particularly care about, but it's neat.
Yeah, no, it's neat. It's neat.
Oh, and there's Heihachi.
Okay, cool. Kick him! Kick him!
Oh, Kirby, no! Oh, how could they?
That's
Oh,
That was just.
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's good.
That's really good.
Hello, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited and the director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game.
Sakurai
Kazuya
would never
Mishima
let
from the
Kirby
fighting
die
game
in his
series
trailers.
Tekken will join the battle. Surprise! I'll go over the details at a later date, so please sit tight. For today, though, we've prepared a short video to
All right,
showcase
well, I'm
Kazuya's
glad they're
moves
off to
in
a
Super
good
Smash
start
Bros.
because I was
Ultimate.
worried
Please
after
take a look.
yesterday, man. Like now, I'm a little more into it. You know, I'm there a bit more.
Sure. That was a funny little thing. So Nami says, "Why does he keep throwing people into the volcano?"
That is, so I'm not familiar with Tekken too much, but I believe that is a very famous scene from Tekken.
It is in the game, yes, or about the game. And I don't even know which Tekken it's from, but like it's shorthand for Tekken.
Yeah, I thought it was Heihachi that did it, but I mean maybe they didn't want to do Heihachi because they already did him in PlayStation All Stars or something. I mean, like, I don't know, but
it's just shorthand for Tekken. You see and you go, it's Tekken.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, like I knew, right? Like, and I don't fucking know Tekken.
Good job, Nintendo. You did
This
better
feels
than
like Tekken.
Ubisoft. Yes,
No,
already.
it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'll talk about the fighter more in a future presentation. We still have to record it first, actually.
That's the, like,
The
most
air date
pathetic
is
tree
shown
I've ever
below.
seen.
Please stay tuned.
Pathetic tree?
Yeah, you see like the little plant he's got in
Thank you,
his
Mr.
office.
Sakurai.
Was it a bonsai?
A new
No,
fighter,
it's like a
Kazuya, will join the fight
bigger,
in Super
bigger
Smash Bros.
tree.
Ultimate.
I don't know.
Cool. Tekken is
Please
cool,
look
but I'm
forward
more
to
of a
seeing
Soul
how
Calibur
Kazuya,
fan. I
who
think
has
Soul
experienced
Calibur
many
is a
harsh
bigger
battles across the Tekken
franchise
series,
now.
will fight in this game.
You know, I don't like only first heard of
Alright,
Tekken when they did the
Let's
Pokemon
continue
crossover.
with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Here we go. And we are expecting a new Switch announcement today. That should be the one more thing, is the Switch Pro.
I've not been following any of that.
Like that is, I would put money on it at this point. We've gotten so many hints that they're doing Switch Pro. Hey look, it's 2D Life is Strange.
Yeah, what the?
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's actually 2D Life is Strange!
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just
what?
joking. And then suddenly you got actual, but they're throwing in the True Colors chick, so.
Oh, is that the True Colors girl? Okay.
Yeah.
So she's now friends with them.
Wait,
So it's like a.
I don't understand though. Are they saying that they're coming to Nintendo Switch? In
Yeah, is this a
general?
teaser?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
So they just
Man,
did a
but
little
they-
bit of drawing for no reason, other than
Yeah,
to scare us?
I mean, it looks so good in 2D. The character designs were like really nice in 2D. I like those a lot.
They did look good in 2D. They should make a 2D version of that game.
Life
Right?
is Strange True Colors launches on Nintendo Switch September 10th. And Life is
fighting
Strange
games are too
Remastered
vanilla
Collection
for me,
comes
and
to
my kinks
Nintendo
are
Switch
deeper.
later this year.
Thanks
There's
for
something
sharing.
for everyone on the Nintendo Switch system. You are
Oh,
Star-Lord,
look.
leading a
Square's
legendary band of heroes
Guardians,
for hire in this thrilling
which looked
action-adventure
super
game.
cool
Yeah.
until they
On a
showed
wild
gameplay.
ride across the cosmos,
Yep.
overcome
Yeah.
opponents with
It looked really
Star-Lord's
good until they
daring
showed the
combat
gameplay, and then
style
it just
and
like
encounter
all of
iconic
us
and original
went,
Marvel characters.
Yeah.
oh.
You'll call the shots for the unpredictable Guardians as you face cosmic threats to save the galaxy. You got this, probably. Marvel's
didn't show the
Guardians of
llama
the
before,
Galaxy
did they?
blasts onto Nintendo
I don't know, but
Switch
there's-
October 26th.
No way it looks that good on Switch.
It seems like a game that I actually would want to
In
turn
this
on autoplay
real-time
and just like
arena-based
play
shooter,
as an anime.
you'll squish your invertebrate
You're
opponents
Because, like, it
validating
seems
them.
like
player
yeah, like the
cross-platform
humor
combat,
and everything.
play in daily challenges, battle
Yeah,
modes,
but I
and
mean,
seasonal
yeah,
events
like
to worm
it's
your
the
way
kind of
up
thing
the
where it's like
ranks.
if it has that mode,
Plus, the patchwork bear outfit,
and I
exclusive
think
to
it's
the
fine to
Nintendo
play that
Switch
mode, just
version,
don't
will be available
review
for
it.
free for 2 weeks after
Yeah.
launch. A new map, Spaceport Showdown, launches with Worms Rumble, wriggling onto Nintendo Switch June 23rd. Get a 25% discount when you pre-order the game starting today.
Like, I
on
like
Nintendo
Worms. I
eShop.
think Worms is a cool game, but I'm never going to get excited for Worms.
The fantastical realm of Orcanon
I would get
awaits.
excited for like,
As you explore
dude, if, there,
this
if they did a
fully
new
hand-painted
Worms
world,
Mayhem, like a new
you'll
3D
customize
Worms,
a
I'd
team of
fucking get real hyped
demigods
for
and
that.
unleash devastating attacks and captivating
I
turn-based
played a
combat.
lot of Worms.
Astria Ascending launches on Nintendo Switch September 30th.
Yeah, it looks like a Flash game. I think it's just that art style.
Oh, this is 2 Point of Campus.
Return to the funny, charming, and quirky world of 2 Point County.
Am I slightly behind you guys?
In the wholesome management
I think
city
you might
2 Point
be.
Campus.
I thought you were in front of
You
us for
build
the
it-
Life is Strange thing, so I refreshed, and maybe now I'm ahead of you.
I'm refreshing. We're going to get to watch this 20-second ad. God damn it!
I know,
E3,
right?
turn off your
Every
fucking
time.
ads!
See, that's why whenever I refresh, I open it up in a second tab so that I can still refer to the first tab if I get an ad on the other one.
That's so annoying.
Oh?
Yeah, see,
Is
we're
this
missing
it?
something because of this shit.
But I saw banana. Is this monkey ball? It's
Yeah,
monkey
Ball
ball.
Bananas.
Oh.
That's already been announced. I'm sorry, everybody. Blame Twitch. It's so annoying.
20th anniversary. What is? Oh. Yes. The good ones. Not a remake of the one nobody wanted a remake of.
No, but they announced this morning before the direct. I gotta imagine somebody's mad about that.
But this is great though.
Wait,
like,
who
this
announced
is,
it this morning before the Nintendo Direct? Nintendo?
Yeah,
Why?
I have no idea, but they sent out a tweet this morning about this.
They had a Nintendo Direct this morning.
Yep.
I mean, this is the first I'm seeing of it, man. So like, I'm just fucking like, hell yeah, the good monkey balls. Let's fucking go.
Nintendo Switch, October 5th. It's a blast from parties past, and you're invited.
Oh, what?
Ready for another round of Mario Party mayhem?
Wait,
of course you are.
What?
It's a superstar collection of Mario Party boards and minigames.
Mario Party Superstars.
Live it up on 5 classic boards from the Nintendo 64 era, including Peach's birthday cake and Spaceland.
Okay, but the N64, 3 was the only good one on N64, though.
And when we say zany, we mean it. Jump.
So we're still on the N64 nostalgia, huh? We're still there. We haven't moved on to GameCube yet, guys. Come on now.
I'm still there.
All of which support
Really? I'm done. Anything Super Mario 64 or like past, I'm done with it. Like, move on. GameCube, Sunshine, Galaxy, go.
All game modes work.
But like, this is Mario Party.
Yeah, so give us the good ones. Give us 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Can you remake the one where you needed like the peripheral where you plug in the speaker that you talk into?
Yeah. Well, that's 6. Yeah, that one's really good.
Stickers are also available to communicate with others.
This is like 1 to 3, which 3 is good. 3 is very good, but
on the Nintendo Switch system,
1 and 2.
October 29th.
I know a lot of people like 2.
On Nintendo eShop.
Oh, right, it's Nintendo. We're gonna get a lot of it's available
what
today.
What did you think? Before we show this next trailer, I'd like to say one thing. Currently, we're working hard on the latest game in the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime.
Oh, you're actually going to talk about
which we
Metroid.
previously announced. But today,
let's
we'd
see
like
it.
to
Let's see it.
Another new entry in the Metroid franchise.
Oh?
Oh? Please take
Nani?
a look.
So they're still working on Prime, and now here's another Metroid.
Is it gonna be like a 2D one or
Metroid
what?
5?
Okay. So it's gonna be a 2D.
It looks like Other M immediately, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but just in the sort of the cutscene.
Well, but
Like, I would be surprised if this isn't a 2D game, like a side scroller.
It's just me or something not looking the best about this.
Yeah, it has a style, but it's not. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. This is just. It is what they said. It's fucking Metroid 5.
Yep, it sure is.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. If you're gonna go with this kind of style, I don't know that you want to do cutscenes that zoom in on it. But
Metroid Dread.
Hell yeah. Just hell yeah. Oh, they got the moves from Samus Returns. Oh, they got some sliding.
Is it weird that it feels like they feminized her slightly?
I don't know. I don't know.
This feels like the most feminine that Samus has looked in her. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe.
It looks great.
But yeah, it does. Like, it's Metroid 5. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and they're gonna show it today on the Treehouse. So, depending on how early it is,
cool.
we might get to see some of that. That looks cool. It better be on the Switch, says C-Town. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
That was the trailer.
That would be
look
super
good.
funny. Coming October 8th
Metroid
to
game
3DS.
in roughly 19
Right?
years. The brand new
For the
Metroid
Wii U.
Dread game.
For the Wii
As
U.
the name Dread implies, this is a Metroid game with a new feel, showcasing a variety
Yeah, they
of
didn't really
threats
say
that
Metroid
Samus
5
will
except for
encounter.
like in the
It's
beginning
scheduled
there,
to be
so
released on October
I guess they're
8th,
trying to differentiate it
won't be too
slightly
long until
by
launch.
calling it Dread.
On that same
Well,
day,
none of the Metroid
we'll
games
also
have
be releasing
numbers.
amiibo
Well, I mean, the Prime
figures
games
for
have
Samus
numbers.
But you know what I
and
mean,
the
like
Emmy,
they're
the
saying
robot
it,
scene
but they're
in the
not
video.
saying it. I don't know.
Let's move
We'll
on.
see.
I mean,
to
I feel
more
like-
Nintendo Switch headlines.
Metroid Spookly. Yes.
These familiar franchises are back on Nintendo Switch.
Familiar franchises return.
Get
Oh,
ready to get
just
down. in the
Hey, we get to hear the music for the first time.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but we're gonna
We can hear Megan fucking Trainor. Fuck you, Ubisoft, you pieces of shit.
Ubisoft is gonna strike us for the Nintendo conference.
I hate them so much right now.
Like, we absolutely need to keep talking during this.
I'm just mad about
Like,
that.
the 2D outlines are like
launching on
interesting.
Nintendo Switch November 4th.
Is that's what you have to say?
Yeah.
The arcade smash hit.
Wait, what
Cruisin'
are you,
Blast
me?
is speeding onto Nintendo Switch.
Should I look for anything?
Blast your way through nearly 30.
Well, I don't know.
over-the-top
It's a kind of unique-ish kind of thing, is to have the
Up to
2D
4 players can
character,
race
but
together.
then
So
like
pick your
give it
favorite
some like
vehicle and hit
weird
the
lighting
road.
glow.
They already announced. I'm sorry. They already announced that
Cruisin'
F-Zero's
Blast
not
launches
coming
as a
back
console
this year.
exclusive on
They
Nintendo
already
Switch
announced it
this
because we
fall.
can't find anything new to do with it.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It's the ultimate Dragon
They said we
Ball
can't do
Z
F-Zero because we can't
experience.
think of anything new to do with it. And it's like, just do F-Zero
Relive
again.
the story of
Yeah,
Goku and
it's
other
so
Z
good,
fighters through
goddamn.
4 sagas in this action RPG. Saiyan, protect the Earth from an invasion by Vegeta and Nappa. Frieza, take a stand against the evil Emperor. Cell,
I don't know
battle
anything
the
about
androids
this
in a
show.
fight to the death. Majin Buu, an epic showdown.
Yeah,
with
I was
the
never
most
allowed to
fearsome
watch it
foe.
as a kid.
You
I like
really?
desperately
Along with
wanted
the main
to, but I
story,
was never
You
allowed.
can explore
Yeah.
the vast world
It's-
of Dragon Ball Z.
Like I tried to go back and watch it like
Or
like
collecting
all the way
ingredients for
through,
delicious
like
meals.
later in life, and I
always
realized that I
train
was
to
like,
acquire
I'm gonna let
skills,
this
too.
stay a positive memory.
There are lots of
Because I used
things
to
to keep you busy.
I used to catch a lot of episodes as a
boss
kid,
battle episodes,
and
A
I
New
remember
Power
liking it, but
Awakens
I
parts
went
1
back
and
to
2
try
is
to
also
watch it, and I was like,
included.
yeah, this was definitely made in the
Ball
fucking
Z
80s.
Kakarot, plus A New
The
Power
animation
Awakens
was
that punches
this
its
is
way onto
80s,
Nintendo
and
Switch
it's
September
not in
24th.
necessarily a flattering way.
Grab a golf club and get
Yeah, I mean that
ready
happens
to
to a
deal.
lot of shows we liked as a kid.
The Mario Golf Super Rush game launches.
Well, we already
Super
know about
Rush.
this. This was already announced like
Here's
a while
quick
ago. I'm
glimpse
pretty
into
sure.
each of the modes.
Yeah,
I think we watched a trailer on.
Take your time to read the wind and terrain
An
on the green.
Nice shot.
Hit different types of shots and aim for under par.
Nice birdie.
Nice birdie.
Speed.
Nice
I just wi-
shot.
Smack your ball.
Something
and chase
about
after
it, like
Be the first to
it's
get
too
your ball in the
clean,
hole.
if that makes sense.
Outpace your rivals with special dashes and special shots.
Like it's cool they
Yeah.
have like special moves and the courses are kind of like based on Mario, but it's like I remember the like Toadstool Tour on
Get out over
GameCube,
9
right? Like that had a
foot
that had a
course in an
style to it.
obstacle-filled arena. Capture 3 flags to win. Golf Adventure. Go from rookie to pro with your Mii character. The golfing challenges that await may surprise you. And here's some news. Free updates are planned for future release, including additional courses and playable characters.
Like this is cool.
Yeah,
like,
this is really
like,
neat. You
like,
can play
Fairway's
like
almost open.
yeah.
So set your tee time.
That's
and get
really-
ready to ace those shots in Mario Golf Super Rush.
Yeah,
swinging
like,
onto the
like
Nintendo
fucking New
Switch
Dawn City,
system
like that's
June
really
25th.
cool.
Pre-orders
That
are
I
available
like.
now
That
on
I'm like,
Nintendo
yeah.
eShop.
I want more of that.
Yeah, especially
Ready
it
for the
seemed like
ride of a
you were
lifetime?
supposed like they treated it almost like a mini golf thing where you're like having to hit angles off
Welcome
buildings
to the
and stuff like
vast
that.
and
Like that
vibrant
was
world
Yeah,
of Monster
exactly.
Hunter.
Like that's fuck yeah.
yeah.
We got our Monster Hunter Switch version.
As a rider in this RPG adventure, you'll explore diverse landscapes by riding your Monstie,
Cool,
a
I
monster
guess.
companion. Gather materials such as honey and ore, then use them to craft items for your journey. But beware of the many monsters roaming about. Some are
Animation is
docile,
the least of
but
Dragon
others
Ball
may
Z's
suddenly ambush
problems.
you. To fight, you'll team up with your Monstie and use weapons and skills to
I don't like them
overwhelm
saying
enemy
Monstie.
monsters in
Stop saying
turn-based
Monstie.
battles.
Just say Monster.
But that's what they call
And
it.
you'll be
That's like
rewarded
the
with their
in-game or
materials,
in-universe
which
name.
can be forged into new
But I
weapons
hate
and
it.
armor.
You hate it? It's adorable.
Hey, is
Little-
that an egg?
little
No, it
Monstie.
sounds so dumb.
New Monstie.
Oh,
Monstie Mons.
Incredibly powerful
Yeah,
Monsties can also
great.
hatch from rare
Like you
eggs.
can't have a monster and then try to
Need
cutify
more
it. It's a
traveling
monster.
buddies?
No,
Join up with
you
friends for
can.
co-op
You
multiplayer
you do it
quests
by
and
calling it a
battles.
Monstie.
Buckle up, Ryder. It's going
No,
to be a
it's-
real
it's my
monster of an
beastie.
adventure.
Your beat.
Yeah, it's like a
Monster
bestie,
Hunter
but it's a
Stories
beast. So it's
2,
your
Wings
it's a
of Ruin
beastie. It's
soars
way
onto
better.
Nintendo Switch
Your
July
beast.
9th.
Nah, because that makes me think too much of
Play
like the
free
fucking
demo on June
Kraken
25th and
from
carry over
fucking
your save
Pirates of the
data to the full game.
Caribbean. Just hello, beastie.
What?
Here's a new game from the head of a certain...
Yeah, you called this.
I
You
fucking
did,
called this.
You did call this.
Did you miss me? Hey, what do you mean? Who am I? It's a me, Wario.
Is the voice weird to you?
I don't know, but
they
it's like a Paper Mario kind of thing. Oh no, no,
You
it's
get to
just,
control
that was
me.
just a scene, that was a cutscene or whatever.
Time to do this.
God, could they give us like an actual Wario game though? Like Wario Land 5? I guess
They
6.
came back and they have wonderful new talents. Throw that stick thing. Not so bad. Use the spinning whatchamacallit. Ha! Nailed it. Same micro game, different abilities.
This again just looks like a
I
Flash
almost forgot
game.
some big news.
Well, basically,
Two
if you
people
buy
can
this
play together
game
at the
for,
same
you know,
time.
the $80 that they're going to charge for it, you're still saving like, you know, at least $100 or more dollars that you could have spent on the Amico, because this is just as good.
Yeah, it's true. This is the Amico. But I called that,
WarioWare
man.
Get It Together game
You
launches
did?
I've been
exclusively
calling
on
that
the
for like a
Nintendo Switch
month. We're
system
getting a new
September 10th.
WarioWare.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
What you just
I like that
saw was
eyebrow
the
raise
trailer
he did.
for WarioWare. Get It Together.
Raiden just
In the
hates
latest
cute
installment of
things.
this series, there are new microgames that let you control Wario and his friends.
That's not true.
There is also
I don't
a
hate all
two-player
cute things.
co-op mode, which greatly expands the gameplay.
Hello, Owlette.
It's releasing in the
Fredo.
near future, so stay tuned.
Hello.
Next,
I
please
hate
take a
this
look at
voice.
this.
As a high school student living in Tokyo, your life is fairly normal.
The background characters not having faces is kind of freaking me out.
I think it's kind of neat.
I know it's an anime thing, but
that
it's just like
reality
seeing it
is
in a video
upended
game. It's freaking...
After you get pulled into a
Is
different
it an
dimension.
anime thing?
Yeah, they tend not to like animate background characters, or sometimes they'll even like just have a still frame with like sounds going to establish like the setting.
Got some
Another
hardcore
Tokyo
metal in the
exists.
background.
A post-apocalyptic world where angels and demons
Post-apocalyptic
reside.
Another Tokyo.
Suddenly, you fuse with a mysterious figure, gaining the power to fight demons. What lies ahead in this alternate realm?
Shin Megami Tensei 5. Or, I'm sorry, V.
The world is now transformed into a sprawling, demon-infested
Her
wasteland.
hair's cool.
Yeah.
Friendly
Yeah.
demons do
Yeah.
exist here. Many are hostile and will attempt to destroy you. Harness your newfound powers to fight demons using a command-based
Is this just like
system.
okay?
Finding their weak point is key. By targeting
And
it,
it's
the
a
number of
it's a turn-based
consecutive actions
RPG.
you can perform in a combo will increase.
Yep.
Though demons are
Yeah, Nami
formidable
called this.
opponents. You may be able to recruit them via negotiations, which begin when you open a conversation with them.
The character's name is Protag. Is it really?
It might be. That would, yeah.
It is
If the
Protag.
negotiation is
That's
successful,
hilarious.
a demon will become
I mean,
a
I'm happy for the
powerful
people that like
ally.
this stuff. You know?
In some cases,
I like the little onion.
by
Look at him.
rejecting a
He's
demon's
terrifying.
request,
Okay, yeah,
Aw,
that guy's
they may
great.
feel
He's
motivated
adorable. He's
Yeah,
adorable and
he's
fucking
awesome.
as an
terrifying.
ally.
It's like a turkey
Demons that
It's a
do
mandarin.
with an
With an
will
onion
fight
for a head.
alongside you and grow
Look at it, it's a
stronger.
mandarin.
By fusing demon
You put one of those under your bed.
another demon can be created.
Wow, it's just like Persona. Someone's gonna get angry at me for saying that.
It is like
Newly fused
Persona.
demons
Yeah, it
innate
is very much like
abilities will
Persona.
vary,
But
granting you
Persona
a
is
powerful
a spin-off
ally
of Shin Megami Tensei.
customized to
No,
your
no.
needs
Persona's the
and
first
playstyle.
video game. This is
Challenge the many demons roaming this post-apocalyptic world by harnessing the power of your own. What destiny will you choose? Shin Megami Tensei 5 will launch exclusively on
Tensei
Nintendo
V!
Switch November 12th.
How dare you!
Pre-orders for the physical version begin June 21st.
Deposit required.
That was the latest trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5
Tensei has the
from
penis
Atlas.
monster, right? Or did they
Yes.
introduce it in
This
Persona?
is the newest game in the
Well, I don't know
series.
which one they introduced
Please
it
look
in, but
forward
it
to
has it.
future updates.
I'm pretty sure. The chariot.
Let's see
That's
a
just
few
a
more
giant
Nintendo Switch
penis.
headlines.
Yeah.
Celebrate 10 years.
Oh,
of
dag
Gan-
nab grandpa.
In despair.
Ganronpa.
Danganronpa.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
This was on my list of meta games.
3 games in the deadly Danganronpa series are coming to Nintendo Switch.
I watched the anime, which I probably shouldn't have done.
Monokuma, the
Well, no, I only
self-proclaimed
watched the first
school
season, which was a
headmaster,
recap
has
of the
trapped
first
you and other
game.
high school
But then there was like a
students in
second season,
of literal
which was like
life and death.
after the second game.
The only way out of the school
That is very
and this
Persona.
lethal game is to betray the other students. And so it begins.
And so.
A body has been discovered.
When a student meets their demise, a class trial will take place to reveal the culprit.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mila?
Tanya, I had no idea.
They probably moved the body there.
Use the evidence you've
There's some
gathered
very
to
meta
refute
shit in
contradictions
this,
and find
this
the guilty
game
party.
series.
Sneak attack. No, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Plus, the board game from Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony
Oh.
has been expanded into a standalone game. Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. An all-star cast of characters
turned a
from the
board game
Danganronpa
into just a
series
normal game?
will come
A mini
together
game
to
into a full
tropical
game.
Resort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Who's the
yeah.
strongest of them all in this ultimate beach brawl? The 4-game collection
It's like finding out
Danganronpa
that
Decades launches as
the
a
card
physical
game
exclusive
from
on Nintendo Switch
KOTOR
later this
has been
year.
turned into a full game.
All 4 games will also
Or
be
Gwent.
individually available on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Are you afraid of
We
ghosts?
hope you're not afraid of
I ain't
ghosts.
afraid of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. I don't know anything about Fatal Frame.
In this horror adventure game.
No, it's one of those series that I've always heard of.
surrounding
I've
the
heard of it.
ethereal
I don't
but
know
deadly
anything
Nakatomi,
about it.
Believed to be at the center of many
Like I know it
disappearances.
exists. If
Ghosts
you were like,
frequent
"Oh, I'm
this
playing
mountain.
Fatal Frame," I'd be
Your
like,
only
"Oh,
defense is a camera that
okay."
can repel and cast them out.
Oh,
Is
it's
it
that
Pokemon
episode
Snap?
of,
Explore a
it's that
variety
episode of Murder
unsettling
Mystery where he had to
locations.
take the picture of that guy with the antique-camera.
This spine-chilling
Is it
story.
Pokemon?
features
Why is it all
various
lead
protagonists
crash? This is
letting you
Nintendo.
experience the game from different perspectives.
We're
New
watching
costumes and photo
Nintendo.
modes
A
are
lot of it's
included
gonna
in
be
this version.
weeb, man.
Can you
I'm
By
sorry,
definition.
I don't want to skip past the fact that
Fatal
Raiden
Frame,
just made a fucking
Maiden of
Martin
Blackwater,
Mystery
cruised
reference.
onto Nintendo Switch
Uh,
this
You know
year.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I do,
These games
and
this
that's
year,
the
coming
problem.
Soon. Some even today.
Some even today. Doom.
Your war
The
is
Ancient
not over.
Gods is coming
Raise
to
hell in the
to
first campaign
Switch.
expansion for Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods Part 1.
Okay.
Is this DLC already out? They're just saying-
Yeah, it's already out. It's been out
Oh, okay.
on PC
As you
for
eliminate Hell's newest
6
threats
months.
in demon-infested ruins and rain-swept terrain. The fate of the
Now, if you're thinking
cosmos
the
is in your
music isn't
hands.
quite as badass
Get
as it could be,
slayed
that's
when this
because
campaign
Mick
expansion launches
Gordon no
on
longer
Nintendo
does
Switch
the music
later
for Doom.
today.
Tony
Well,
Hawk.
hell yeah.
Get ramped up for 2
So Pro
iconic
Skater 1 and
skateboarding
2 is
games
coming to
fully
Switch now
remastered
too,
in HD.
which makes a hell of a lot of
Skate to
sense.
era
I don't know why I
defining
wasn't there in
jams
the
as
first
the
place.
legendary
It's
Tony
where
Hawk and a
that kind of
roster of
thing
new and returning
lives.
pros.
Like, after Pro Skater 5,
Figure
I'm just
sessions
so
on the go
happy to
with all
see,
the
like,
original game modes.
just something not
Compete
fail and
locally
just
or
some
online
hope.
to show off
You
your
know?
tricks against other skaters. Drop into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, launching on Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. After 4,000 years, Sateki, the Witch Queen, has risen from the dead.
The
and
Witch
only
Queen?
One group of heroes can stop her.
From Army of the Dead?
Strange Brigade. In this thrilling adventure,
Army of the Dead,
you'll
the game?
blast through an
Army of the
boy.
Dead,
Oh,
the
yeah.
game. It's just non-stop blur.
Ooh.
dungeons.
Was that a
Go it
fucking?
alone
Was that a
or team up with
Bioshock
other
puzzle?
daring adventurers
Yeah, but
in
you
the
shoot
I mean,
it
it's
with
a
a
pipe
gun.
puzzle.
and online play.
Yeah, it's just like a pipe puzzle you shoot with a gun for some
Expect the
reason.
unexpected when Strange Brigade launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
That that's not the gameplay I would have chosen.
It's
Yeah.
a new adventure of
That
cosmic
looks
proportions.
pretty boring.
This is a trailer we've already seen, I guess.
Mario and his
Yep,
friends
we've
will
already
team up
seen
with
this.
the Rabbids once again to restore order to
Oh,
the
cool!
galaxy.
The assist
Our
trophy
heroes must stop a
from
mysterious
Smash
new
is
evil
getting
from
her
plunging
own
the
game.
universe into chaos.
Yeah.
Rabbid
How many
Rosalina
Pokemon
joins
Snap
them.
games are there now?
Is she
Like
bored
57.
already? Explore planets
I'm
filled
excited
with
for
quirky
that. Pro
residents and
Skater's
even
great.
quirkier secrets.
Yes. I think
And
Bioshock
in this
actually
fresh take on the
invented
tactical
pipes.
genre,
Yes.
Our heroes
Yeah.
can run freely around the
And it looks like a
battlefield,
generic shooter. It
creating new
says
strategic
BTJ
and chaotic
for Strange
possibilities.
Brigade.
So
And
aim
it,
for
yeah, it just looks
victory
super,
with a
super,
little
super
help from your
generic.
friends.
Mhm.
Wait,
They're actually showing new footage here. I knew they would, man.
well, one thing's certain.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one heck of a galactic adventure. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope launches into space or onto Nintendo Switch next year.
What is this?
Advance
the
Wars.
original Advance Wars returns. So it's like a
I-
remaster, but didn't
Yeah, it looks like it.
who just made this already? Like we just played this recently from somebody else. What was it?
I
Can't remember.
It's like Advance Wars, but like, you know, everybody just calls it.
She's
oh,
cute.
Huh?
The girl with the red hair. You see her?
She's cute.
Yeah.
Are you horny on main today?
No, she's cute.
Okay.
Memorable
I like the style.
Somebody
Oh,
let me
yeah,
know what
I
I'm
like
thinking of.
story.
It. War
As you
Groove.
lead the
War
commanding
Groove. That's what I was
officers to
talking about,
victory.
Speedy. Yeah, I mean, we like if you.
Which one's her? War Groove?
If you had a
Play the
huge
first two
Advance Wars
campaigns and Advance
like
Wars
need,
1+2
it was
Camp.
filled by War
Marching
Groove for
on
a
to
while.
Nintendo Switch
So this is
holiday.
cool, but
Pre-orders
like
begin today
they're
on
2 years
Nintendo
too late
eShop.
to like really hit it.
How is everything? All right. This next segment will be our last announcement of the day.
Already?
Please take a look.
Oh yeah, I guess it has been 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
An expansion
Really?
pass. This is your big
Gonna-
announcement. No. We're gonna get it one more. We're gonna get it one more thing. There's no way that they end on the DLC for Hyrule Age of Calamity. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Plus, we have 7 more minutes in their time slot. They're not supposed to end until 12:40.
Yeah, they're pulling a fast one on us.
Yep.
Wave is Wave 1. What does that mean? That's just their first DLC. Is Wave they're releasing them in waves?
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend
Breath
of
of the
Zelda
Wild.
series. What you've just seen is a trailer for the first wave of DLC for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass from Koei Tecmo Games.
Are they really going to spend? They're not
It
going
will
to spend
follow
6
Link
minutes
and
talking
his
about this.
allies through more battles that took place 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hope you'll look forward to it. I have a few more things to share with you all today. We'll begin with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD game, which launches next month.
Okay, so they're doing other Zelda stuff, which
You'll
means
immerse
this is
yourself in
their
the-
Yeah, so
last
they're just
thing
doing
is
Zelda.
a Zelda
Joy-Con
segment.
controls
Yeah,
for
okay.
intuitive motion
All right,
controls.
all
That makes a lot more sense.
Or by playing in handheld mode, wielding the sword via flicking the stick and button-only controls.
And again, we're still expecting a Switch
This
Pro
game
announcement.
depicts the oldest era
Like,
in the
still.
Legend of Zelda series, the story of how it all began.
I feel like
What
the
is the
Switch Pro
origin
might
of
be
the
more of a
Master
myth
Sword?
than Silk Song.
Why did a woman named Zelda become the legend for future generations?
Zelda's the
Why?
boy,
Will all be
losers.
unraveled in this game.
I mean, I'm
hope you're
glad
looking
that
forward to
Skyward
The
Sword is
Legend of
gonna
Zelda,
get
Skyward
this because
Sword
people are
HD.
actually gonna play it. I mean, people played it back when it came out, but like, people are gonna play it, and hopefully they've made some improvements where like
think-
people will
Next
realize how good of a game it is. Because I fucking love that game.
There
What?
was definitely just confusion
Here's a
around
little
the
something
Are they
you might like.
re-releasing the Game & Watch?
This is a Game & Watch system that lets you play 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series. This year, the original Legend of Zelda game reaches its 35th anniversary. While we don't have any campaigns or other Nintendo Switch games planned, we've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help mark the occasion and reflect
For the
fondly
35th
on the
anniversary.
earliest
That's
days of The Legend
like,
of Zelda.
I'll buy one.
It will come with the first game in the series, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and the Game Boy version
Adventure
of The Legend
Link
of Zelda Link's Awakening
is my
game,
favorite.
as well as a
I
special
know everybody
version
else
of the Game &
just
Watch
Oh, that's
title,
hilarious.
but I love
Oh my
starring
god.
Link as the playable character.
That is
So
great.
that's 4 games on one system, from longer Legend of
They
Zelda
just
games
put
to
Zelda
the pick up
as
and play
Game &
game
Watch.
Vermin.
Yeah.
Or Link.
Yes.
Fuck, I did
In
it now.
addition, regarding
You did
the
do
watch
it. You
functionality
did
of the
actually
Game &
do
Watch
it.
system,
You did
we've added a
legitimately
playable clock
fucking
based
do
on
it
The
too.
Legend of
Like
Zelda.
that was good. That was really
and
good.
an interactive timer themed after Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. You can play with both of them by taking control of Link.
Okay.
We hope you'll enjoy playing this Game & Watch system whenever and wherever you'd like.
Yeah, I want one.
All right, here's the last thing we have to show you. This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda.
I know I'm the
Breath
only
of
one who
Wild.
thinks that, but I really
2
do
years
enjoy
have
it.
passed since we first
I made a whole
announced
video
this
about
game,
it.
and we've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However, development has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show a bit more of the game. Please take a look.
Here we go. Let's see it. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm still okay. The Sky Islands are nice. I'm still concerned. Is this the same Hyrule map, just with Sky Islands added? Because that's kind of lame. I've been saying that since they showed this off. I'm like, if this is the same Hyrule map, that's lame as fuck. If they just added some shit to it, like, I don't know.
So you're saying if they did a Ubisoft on their map, you'd be mad?
Yeah, like it's a game about exploration. I've already explored that map. You know what I mean?
But you don't even know for a fact if that's true yet.
Right. I just I was getting the vibe because they say like, oh, we're not done with this Hyrule, and I'm like, you better mean the universe of that.
Well, I
Hyrule.
think they're clearly showing that the
This
world's
time around,
changing.
the setting for the adventure has been expanded.
Yeah, but the
to
terrain
include
is
cities
gonna
above
change.
Hyrule. We'd like to ask you to wait a bit longer. We're aiming for a 2022 release.
It
so I
does
hope
indeed
you'll
sound
look
like all
forward to
they've
it.
done is added new stuff.
Like Sky Island. Yeah.
How was that? That's all for this Nintendo Direct. We are diligently continuing development on a number of other games we didn't show today. I hope you'll continue looking forward to what's in store on Nintendo Switch.
Like, it's cool they're doing Sky Island stuff. I like Skyward Sword. That's neat. But that seems like a really cheap way to just add stuff to a world that already exists and not have to make a new one.
Well,
And I
okay.
get it. They
Well-
want to reuse their assets, but they did that in Majora without just doing Ocarina again.
Right, but at the same time, I'm okay with somebody reusing
Hi,
assets
everyone.
if it
I'm
means
Doug
that
Bowser
they're putting
from
out a
Nintendo
game
of
more than once every 8 years.
Bildorf.
Like I don't necessarily find
Yeah.
that as grave a sin
Well,
as you
Like
think.
if the story that they have like puts them in that place, I don't think that they should just like throw it away and create an entirely new setting just because it's to make it new.
My problem is that like the draw for me of Breath of the Wild, and I think the reason that it felt so fresh to a lot of people was that like it's a game about exploring this world in a way that like is restrictive in certain ways that like makes exploring a world like that fresh again. Like it's not a Ubisoft game, it's not an RPG. It's just like you're putting down markers and stuff. You're going, you're you know, if you're 100% in that game, if you're getting every shrine, you're exploring that world inch by inch, like meticulous. Like it took me 2 weeks, like on and off playing to beat that game, and like I loved it. I loved every second of it because like around every corner there was like something new to see, like something like just like a new biome, a new like visual, like the fucking dragon in the sky or some like anything, and it was amazing. It was awesome. But then to like give me a sequel to like one of the best exploration games I've ever played in my fucking life and say, you know, the terrain's the same. It's like what? Why I don't?
But
I've already explored this place.
No. It's not the same though. They're adding a whole bunch of stuff in the sky, and if the ground is the same, all that means is that you will be familiar with things, and you'll be able to say, "Oh, so it's in section Scooper Scabber," and you'll be like, "Oh, I know Scooper Scabber. I've been there. I've spent lots of time in Scooper Scabber." And then you go to Scooper Scabber, and there's all these Scooper Scabber Sky Islands.
I mean, it really depends. Like, I would have no problem with it if, say, like the terrain reuse wasn't like majority of the game. Like if like it, you know, if this game is double the size of Breath of the Wild and half of that is the original terrain and half of that is the fucking Sky Islands, then that's a whole other story because I'm still getting at least a whole new game's worth of exploration out of that, right? Like, but if this is just like, oh yeah, it's like 75% the same terrain and, you know, we added some Sky Islands to, you know, keep it interesting. It's like, you didn't keep it interesting, guys.
But even then, right, even if they were to take the exact same map, they were to add 25-30% more as Sky Islands, and then they were to add new quests and stuff on the land, you may not be exploring new places all the time, but I still think that there's a lot of things you can do with familiarity that is interesting.
Well, no, it's changed. So it's the thing you remember, but also it's different. So
right?
Like
Yeah, I think that's
the
exactly
details that they're
what you
adding.
want.
Gives you the history of what's changed since that you remember it, and then you can like, oh, this used to be here, and then you go there, and it's like now different, or like it.
Right.
Yeah, but like it's not a like this. The game was not a particularly like there was not a lot of structures. I mean, there were structures in it, but it wasn't like there was a lot of like. It's a lot of terrain, and like.
Right now, time has passed, so things have changed. So maybe there are structures now.
You really don't know. Like, that's the thing. You're just saying, oh, because it has the same geography, it's instantly bad and boring.
I mean, there's no guarantee it has the same geography because, like, also where did the Sky Islands come from? Are they part of the mainland?
Right? Do they pop out of the ground? Do you now have giant holes in the earth?
So okay, what I'm I guess saying.
Yes, defend your bad point. Let's hear
it. In that case, because no, Ryan has a point, right?
He has a point. I don't have a point. I'm saying the same thing.
If geographically the game takes place in,
I'm saying the same thing. Don't disregard me.
In quote unquote the same space.
How dare you?
The terrain has changed.
What is this?
Now there's like Sky Islands and everything.
I'm being dismissed. I'm being censored.
If lore-wise,
you cannot erase me. I exist.
If lore-wise it is the same space, but then like, you know, like functionally it's like new terrain, then yeah,
Holy shit.
okay, sure, that's a new
shit.
place to explore.
Brody, how dare you? I hate you.
But what I am saying is,
oh my God, you're still doing it.
The caveat there then is simply to just reword my statement to just like it. If instead of saying, oh, if it's the same map or oh, if it's the same place, to say, oh, if it is the same terrain, then it is boring. Because that is what I am saying. I'm saying, like, because you're right, it could have changed.
He's right.
It could have added stuff.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yes.
Raiden is correct here, not me.
Thank you.
Not me, the one who said it first. What the fuck is this?
Well, Raiden brought up the idea of like the fact that where did the Sky Islands come from? Like,
oh
they
my
would
God.
have perhaps lifted out of the ground, and like maybe that's why the terrain is different.
Wow, yeah, he's the one who said that. Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So for just a brief moment here, I thought I'd pull up because they're showing it. Oh, hey, hope you like Snickers. We get an ad. I'm sorry. Okay, if you're gonna show stuff, take off your fucking ads. Just take them off. You don't need them. Bethesda is showing some random new stuff from Elder Scrolls Online.
see
Do we
Bastion.
care about that at all?
Let's go and see Bastion now.
The new
Like in the
extension, like, not
slightest, do we
really.
care about it
Show you
at
where
all?
You get Bastion.
I guess in the slightest, but not more than the slightest.
Okay. G Fuel was online. IGN is showing recaptured stuff. So here we go. We'll just keep Samus on in the background. Doug Bowser is still alive. I thought he was assassinated by Nintendo. Yeah, no, he was absorbed by Nintendo. The Yakuza games reuse the same map, and those games are brilliant. Point? Counterpoint? Do you have a counterpoint here, Brody? Yakuza uses the same maps. Do you think Yakuza games are terrible?
Well, do you think Yakuza games are terrible?
I do, but not because of the map. I don't enjoy the gameplay very much, but I'm not a fan of brawlers. Right? Like,
but the Yakuza games are also not games about exploration.
Oh, I see. Yakuza games always add more maps like Okinawa. It's like a link between worlds using the same general map as Link to the Past.
Yeah, I guess, but like I've heard so I've never played Link to the Past. I have played Link Between Worlds. I like Link Between Worlds. I don't really have a desire to go play Link to the Past because I know that it's the same map. like but especially it's just especially in Breath of the Wild because that game is about exploration. Because you said, oh, they could add like new quests. Dude, the quests in Breath of the Wild, the ones that are there, like not the shrine stuff, but like the actual like side missions that they put in the game, those suck. Those aren't good. They're not fun. I didn't play most of them because I saw that they were all like fetch quests and like nothing. And I'm like, no, I did all of the shrine quests because those are fun. Those are all puzzles. That's what I come to Zelda for. And I'm sure this game will have like, 120 new shrines or whatever, and that's great. Like I'm excited for like 120 new puzzles or whatever. Like hell yeah, absolutely. Like that's great. That's good. But like the puzzles are one half. The exploration of like this incredibly designed world that you can explore with your eyes. Like that's what's so
with your eyes.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Like that's why Breath of the Wild feels so fresh. Is you're not using your map. You're like going up to a tower and you're marking points. Like you're not like the game doesn't set waypoints. I mean, there's a handful. Like for like the very main quest, there's like 4 or whatever. Right? You turn them off. You just turn them off and explore the world because it's built to do that. And I mean that's why you have like Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which is Ubisoft's attempt at Breath of the Wild.
Monsters? Do you mean Gods and Monsters?
Yes, absolutely, yes. That's Ubisoft's attempt at Breath of the Wild, and like that game still has all of the Ubisoft icons and everything, but you can go in and turn them all off and still explore. Like they did a really good job on that game. Like they built it to be explored without any of that shit on, so you can go and turn it all off and explore that world like just with your eyes.
It's too bad that
it's really
nobody's
good.
going to experience it.
Yeah, Treehouse now.
Yes, I see that.
Thanks, Sakamoto-san.
Just gonna say that Age of Calamity really disappointed me story-wise. I would have liked here's the story we actually promised you DLC. They did announce they're doing DLC in waves for Age of Calamity. They didn't say what Wave 2 is. It's $19.99 and you get both waves. I don't know. Like I'm assuming what
I think
that
they
means.
did. They did like name Wave 2. I think.
Well, they named it, but they didn't show what was in it. So
no, they didn't show or describe it.
There is going to be stuff if you're really looking for that, and it's $20. R/asset flip N was robbed. Did somebody hear something? Ban Brody. Raiden and only Raiden is correct. Yeah, see? Do you see? You're all fucking terrible people.
Yeah, Raiden and only Raiden. Was
I
correct.
couldn't hear Brody's entirely cogent point over someone peeking the microphone.
Was it me?
Hyzap said, I came here to say WarioWare, and Moriarty doubted me. No, I've been saying WarioWare for months. I've been saying WarioWare for months.
I want a new Wario Land game, man. A new like 2D Wario Land. It'd be so good. I mean, I think you want that too. Actually, that was in your fucking video, right?
Yes.
Your fucking 40 sequels video.
Speedy Acorn, why is this such a big deal? Why is what such a big deal? Can you be a little bit more specific?
I assume that was directed towards Brody.
Well, I'm sure too, but I'd like for him to specific, you know, because we can't just start like replying to things and being like, well, here's my assumption of what you mean. Specificity of language is important. I hope in Breath of the Wild 2, the weapons last longer than 2 hits.
I mean, I'm a full defender of the fragility of weapons in that game. I think it's good and it works.
I get annoyed by fragility in weapons.
You're supposed to experiment and try different things and move on. Like, that's supposed to be part of it. And I think once you realize that the weapons are not intended to last and you don't treat them like that, the problem is that some of the weapons are so much better than the rest that if you allow them to break, right? If you don't hold on to them, I don't know. It creates this weird sort of like, you know, when you're playing a game and you get to the end boss and you have 57 health potions and you've never used any of them, like that's what they unfortunately do with their weapons. And I feel like they should have made them less special, like even more less special than they did if they really wanted to like lean into that.
Well, I mean, the other thing is like there's only like 10 weapons in that game. Like there's not many, right? So the idea of being able to like hold on to them forever or whatever, it's like, okay, you get the 10 weapons, then you're done. Like it's like you need them to be brittle in that way, like in order for you to have variety in combat. And I know some people are like, well, I just want to use this, you know, the one broadsword that I like the combat style of. I don't want to have to, you know, switch to the staff mid-fight or something when it breaks. It's like, I mean, tough shit. Like, that's what the game is. Like, if you don't like that, then I guess that's fine. You don't like the game. That's okay. You can not like it. But obviously, like, that's what they were going for, right? Like, and I think they achieved what they set out to do with that system.
Yeah, I would just make it even more generic. I would make it less, continue to go less special if they really want to lean into that. Because I think that people tend to kind of hoard and hold on to special things in that. Biomutant tried to capture part of the feel of Breath of the Wild, but they failed. The game railroads you to do certain tasks, which makes it feel restrictive. So Breath of the Wild is kind of interesting because it is almost a purely systemic game, like in general, right? Like the gameplay in Breath of the Wild is almost all systemic gameplay. You do things by just fucking around, you know. You find that if you set something on fire, it sets this on fire, and if you do that, you do this, and you know, oh, you shoot your fire arrow, and there's a storm going on, and it puts out your arrows, right? So like it's that sort of like systemic gameplay. That's where all those clips of seeing the shrines when somebody, you know, drops a ball and it accidentally flings over and lands perfectly, like that's all systemic stuff. So yeah, in a way, Breath of the Wild is all about that, right? They built the systems, and then the gameplay just happens naturally inside of that. Whereas with Biomutant, that's not true. Also, Biomutant's really empty. Like as you travel through the world, there's just not a whole lot in there. Whereas Breath of the Wild's a little bit more like Witcher-esque in that there's lots of stuff, right? Like it may not be a big thing, but it's there.
About this being called Dread.
Yeah. I mean, and that's all you need. Like it's, I mean, it seems like it's almost more psychological than like an actual game, but just like the feeling of like the confidence of knowing it's worth exploring.
That one's clearly not well, but it's still quite right.
Because like a lot of
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
no, because I'm changing the topic.
We're gonna have to find a different way
Go ahead.
to tackle that enemy.
You know, this
well, shit. I know I've like lost my thought.
Something about it being worth exploring.
Yeah, well, there's basically like sometimes like there's a game where you're playing and you're just kind of zooming past and you don't like realize like the level of care until you realize that like you should be caring, and then all of a sudden like you slow down, you know, and you look around and stuff, and like that's a great feeling of just like realizing, oh shit, this game's actually like they thought about this stuff.
I think the best part of Breath of the Wild is stuff they didn't think about, right? Like, that's the cool part of it. And I know that systemic gameplay is just buzzword, for most people at this point. But when you build systems, you look at, like, Dwarf Fortress, right? Which is arguably the most systemic game maybe ever. Right, like maybe ever. It's the most systemic game. It's cool because there's that stuff, not because they thought about it. I often
Well, I guess like I'm thinking more like the Outer Wilds Subnautica. Like they placed. It's not part of the game. You can't interact with it or do anything. But there's an object here that indicates lore that would have been necessary for like there's somebody lived here, so you can see just their bones and like stuff like that, and like
environmental storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. And something that like you don't even need something that you would completely miss. Like it's not affecting the gameplay. It's not, but you're seeing it, and if you decide to notice it because you're being observant, then you'll realize what it is. But if you don't think about it, then it won't even like matter to you. You won't even care, right? And so you just have to know that you need to look for it, and then once you do, and like you start seeing those things, like you just have a deeper experience, even if those things are just like a surface level thing just placed in that one area.
I don't know that I necessarily mean that, right? Like when I'm talking about systemic gameplay, here's a good example, right? And I think this is like one of the big examples that when you hear it, you go, oh, okay, that's really neat. So there was a Dwarf Fortress update, right? Where after the update, all of people's pet cats started to die. And nobody could figure out why the pet cats were just suddenly dying, right? So you go, okay, well, what did they do? Well, they introduced alcohol in that that update so that the dwarves could have their own little bar, right? And here's the sequence of events that caused these cats to die. The tavern would have alcohol, right? And the alcohol would spill, and it would mix with the dirt on the floor in the tavern, and it would create a beer-infused mud. The cats would walk in the beer-infused mud, and then they would lick their paws to clean off the dirt, and they would ingest the alcohol and become poisoned.
Just try again. Maybe we'll work on this one.
Right? Like there are so many different systems there.
Yeah.
And those systems led to a situation where the cats would die from alcohol poisoning because they were cleaning their feet of the dirt that was mixed in with the mud.
Yeah, when they go into this patrol mode.
Right,
yeah,
so,
that's well. I mean, Dwarf Fortress is insane. Like that's the level like.
Right. Well, that's the thing about
parallel,
Breath of the Wild, right? Is that they built the same sort of stuff. They built systems first.
Right.
And so a lot of the gameplay is this sort of emergent gameplay that's just in the systems. It's not necessarily stuff that anybody thought about. It's just stuff that is there.
Yeah, I think we're both talking about different aspects. Because I was talking about more about like the exploration, and you're talking about like the game, like the gameplay and like the loops of that.
Like also the backgrounds, like the amount of detail that the development team has put into like.
Because like I think that like the systems of the Breath of the Wild aren't the reason it's like satisfying to explore the world, right?
Okay. That doesn't bode well.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's like certain things like you can, like there's just little things like if you can light any grass on fire with any fire source, and if you do that, it'll create an updraft that you can then hang glide on or like paraglide on to like give you height and stuff like that. It's or like little
I got you.
Or things like using the stasis thing to like ride something like a million miles.
Well, so it helps you explore, but it doesn't give you reason to explore.
No, certainly
right.
not. Certainly
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to be like,
the reason
I'm
needs to
gonna
be like.
go. Well, I mean, to one point, people explore because it's there, right? Otherwise, why would we climb mountains? So,
Well, like, why would I explore in a Ubisoft game? Like, why would I do that? Unless I'm going for the collectible, and I'm just like, I'm not actually exploring. I'm just brainlessly going to like a objective on my radar. You know?
Sure. Yeah, there's no reason to explore in a Ubisoft game. You're absolutely right. There's no reason. There's never anything. But I think that if you look back at like Far Cry 2, which is also it's all systemic, right? Everything about it is systemic. I think that you would find there is reason to explore in that one because of the systems. I don't know that I would say that like a Far Cry 6 or a Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 4 or Far Cry 3, you know, any of the Ubisoft only ones. I don't think that those games would necessarily feel like you need to explore for the systems, but I think that Far Cry 2, which is exclusively systemic, you would.
Okay.
So I think it's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
Like there's certain points where you go, oh, the systems are cool enough that I'm willing.
Well, that's kind of like a GTA thing, where like the systems, there's really nothing to explore, but the systems are so good that no matter where you are, it's fun.
Well, yeah, I think GTA Online is exactly that. It's purely systemic, right?
Yeah,
like, This is also why a lot of people don't get GTA Online, right? They go into it and they go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It is because it's all systems. You're supposed to just play within the world. It's you know, picking up toys and playing with toys.
Nope.
Let's see. Is it sad that Nintendo did Street Fighter vs. Tekken vs. SNK before Capcom? And I mean, they 100% did.
Yeah, you got fucking
they
Ryu.
100% did.
Wow.
You have the character that isn't Heihachi, because Heihachi is the only Tekken character I know. And you have Terry.
Yeah, they did do it. It is done. It has been done before they did it.
So yellow it's heard a noise or sensed a vibration.
Yeah, that's I'm almost wondering like what major I guess Soul Calibur, what major fighting games still aren't like represented?
In Blaze Blue, maybe?
Does that? Well, that's not
Dragon Ball ones.
Well, I'm just thinking. Well, hey, don't say that, Ryan. That opens up a floodgate. That opens up a floodgate. No.
Injustice.
But like I'm thinking like, because obviously I don't think any of those are necessarily as on the table. I mean, obviously Joker from Persona 5 is in Smash, but I feel like with the fighting game characters, right, that like Street Fighter, fucking you know, just Tekken and fuck, what's the what is Terry from? I can't. King of Fighters? Is that it? I don't even know. But like those are all like legacy fighting games, right? Like they've been around forever. So I don't know that like Injustice or even like Blaze Blue would get representation. I'm just trying to think like Soul Calibur I could see because that's been around a while.
And then if they
otherwise
something in eyesight, then they'll go choose.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of others. I feel like there's like one I'm missing, like a substantial one. But I can't put my finger on it.
Fighting franchise that isn't in Smash?
Yeah, like a legacy, like Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm fucking thinking of.
Well, I can't believe you didn't mention Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I could see Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur making it in at some point.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, something with those, like, I get it, but it almost feels too obvious to just put it like, let's take another fighting game character and just put him in the fighting game.
Yeah, like I wasn't even that big a fan of when Ryu was like now it's like, oh, the from Tekken, that's cool, but like when Ryu was announced, it was like, okay, he's already from a fighting game though. I don't need to I don't need to know how he would play in a fighting game. I don't really need to see him in this game. And there's now it's like, okay, you know, cool Terry, cool Tekken. So now I'm just sitting there like, it's kind of weird that Mortal Kombat isn't in it. You know what I mean?
I guess once you have
so,
everything else.
Yeah.
But then it does become, well, what about this? What about that? And I think they're really just more interested in
Yeah.
the fun, cool stuff.
More visibility to
Yeah, like,
So-
I don't know, like, it felt at first when they started their shift from Nintendo characters, they're like, Pac-Man, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just felt like they were kind of ruining the theme they had. And it feels like now they've kind of added enough that they've brought it back, and it all makes sense again.
Post Metroid Fusion. And so that's
So, I guess I can talk about the leaks that were coming out, the rumors that were coming out. First of all, the Smash or the Switch Pro, right? It has been listed on multiple retailers now, over the past couple of days. Right. So when you think about it's been on retailers. It's been showing up. They pulled a Walmart in Canada and started listing fucking Switch Pro today. So the fact that they didn't announce it is weird. Right? We know it's $399. We know the specs. We know what it looks like. We know the fucking box art, you know? And they didn't announce it. So that I don't know why they did that. I guess they never intended to, because these directs are very recorded, you know? They don't like cut out a part, and they're not really the type of company that would spitefully remove it either.
Yeah, defeating enemies is definitely a boon because.
Do you think it's just a case of retailers jumping the gun that then they assumed it would have been announced?
I don't know, because you had more than one retailer do it, so like it's weird, right?
Maybe it wasn't even.
It's easy putting up a listing, so if they're seeing other people do it and like people are searching for it, they just wanted their. I don't know. I guess it's conspiracy theories at this point.
Very strange. But this was one of those things that basically the entire internet was like, yeah, no, we're getting a Switch Pro today, and then we didn't, which is kind of, I think, surprising considering. The other thing is that there were some very, very, very strong rumors from insiders that we were going to be getting the Doom guy in Switch today. Or in Smash today.
Right. I mean, that's been
heavy rumors, insiders coming out everywhere. That was the big news of today, is like, we're getting Doom guy in Switch. It's coming today during the Direct. We're going to get the Doom guy. So, also surprising that both of these two things have been so heavily hinted at by pretty reputable sources, we didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, Doom Guy's been one of those ones that's been floating around for like years now, right? Like,
yeah.
There's still, I think, one spot left in Fighter Pass 2?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there was going to be 2 new, and we just got a Tekken guy.
And we just got the 1. Right.
So I guess like it still could be like the final one. I mean, Doom Guy's been so big for so many years, like since Ultimate came out, that I could see them wanting to cap off with him.
Well, they just released, or not released. I think they were saying like they had an advertisement saying that they're going to bring a Doom to Switch, right? I didn't imagine that.
Yeah, well,
the
Doom Eternal DLC.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, like we're advertising Doom. So like it feels like it would have been the time to. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible that they plan on having a direct closer to release.
I love that too.
Like, did they say when that's coming to Switch?
Yeah. So like, I expect that the next direct we're gonna get the Switch Pro for sure now, right? Like, it should have been today. The fact that it isn't means the next direct is the Switch Pro direct. There's like, if they don't announce it next time, you're gonna have retailers getting antsy, because like, for a retailer, they're looking at, we want to make money off of this, right? So we're going to plan our business around selling your product, right? Like a Walmart, they're planning for that kind of thing. They build entire plans for months around these things, which is how these leaks happen, right? Is you've got hundreds of thousands of people who know that it's coming out now, right? They may be under NDA, but if you have that many people, leaks happen.
Yeah, somebody's gonna do like whether through incompetence or maliciousness. Yeah,
Right,
somebody's
exactly. Not either way, it's going to happen. It always happens with the really big things. You've got suppliers who have to suddenly get you the tech. You have factories that have to build it. You've got, all these people. And let's face it, when you start talking about that many people, all you need is one factory worker who's been putting these things together to, tell his great grandson who tells his friend over Xbox, and the next thing you know, you have a verifiable source. And
So you're saying a verifiable source is in fact your uncle that works at Nintendo?
Yes, exactly. But you know what I mean? Like you have these things where it's like starting to come together, and then it's like, okay, so now we got one guy, and now we got this guy, and now we've got a supplier, now we've got an insider, now we got an executive, now we got a Walmart listing, now we got a retailer in French Quebec. Like after a certain number of time, it is verifiable. You know what I mean? We have 50 different sources all saying the same rumor. It's good enough, right?
Yeah, once you have like independent claims like from that have made accurate predictions in the past, then you're gonna say, okay, like that's
Right.
clearly.
And so we are now at the point where we have that for the Switch Pro, right? We have it for the Switch Pro. It also is seemingly pretty good that we have that for Doom Guy as a fighter in Smash, right? So the next Direct is the Switch Pro Direct, and we might also get a Doom Guy in Smash. Who knows? They could decide not to do that, right? Like Doom Guy's definitely the less verifiable one, but Switch Pro is definitely, it's a done deal. Also, apparently, the Microsoft, I'm seeing a leak here, a rumor here, that Microsoft is buying the Chernobyl team.
Chernobyl team,
Like, did they see the trailer? They're like, we want it.
I don't know.
So what was, you said there was a leak that you saw earlier that was something we had talked about before.
Doom Guy.
What?
Doom Guy and Smash. We've talked about that.
Oh, okay, and that
So that
didn't happen.
And it did not happen. No. So
See, I got excited because I thought it was going to be 3D Donkey Kong.
yeah, that would be cool too. We've seen a lot of stuff to where there should be a new Donkey Kong coming. It didn't come.
That's what I thought when I saw the bananas and it was Super Monkey Ball. I was like, I was convinced that was gonna be a Donkey Kong.
Well, like they just switched off of it, but like their fucking treehouse, like we'll be right back thing is like a fucking Donkey Kong ass like shack with like the trees and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it feels like they planned on doing something Donkey Kong and then maybe decided to not show it or something.
Yeah.
I know they just moved on, but did you just see how pissed off chat was with Metroid Prime or Metroid 5? Sorry.
Oh,
Seemed
why
like
were they
they just were not happy about it. I don't know. They were just like, nobody wants 2D games. This looks like, and they were all like spamming the sleep.
I think that looks great.
They're all wrong.
I
I think it looks really good. Like hell yeah, more Metroid. They're showing the Mario Party now, and it's like, boy, I wish I could be excited for this.
I've never seen such detailed powdered sugar.
Boy, I really wish I could.
Did you know that in the new port, they've locked the new Zelda port? They've locked the fast travel ability behind an amiibo.
Oh well, so in Skyward Sword, they're adding in, I think, a fast travel feature or like a warp feature, and I guess it is locked behind an amiibo. But like the game also has like its own version of that anyway. That's like that's always been there.
Is that the most egregious example of pay to win?
I mean,
buy a physical product from Target and you get an in-game benefit.
I get,
that's sort of been the whole idea of amiibos. Like that's the point of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real like you're gonna see speedrunners with it, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. You're gonna have the speed run that's any percent plus amiibo.
What was that game where
amiibo
you
runs?
Amiibos fight each other, and you're like supposed to level up your. What was that thing?
Pokemon.
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure you just described Pokemon.
No. It was in Smash. Kind of. If you had amiibos for Smash, you could like fight against it and like train it,
and you could like level them up, and like
And
give
then-
them abilities and stuff, and like
Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, and then like you could like have your amiibo fight other people's amiibo and see whose dad is stronger.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like I said, hijinks and
You can also do that in
spaces,
World of
this one
Warcraft.
is
So
one of
maybe it
those
was that.
spaces where you can choose to plant a strawberry, but
yeah, I'm probably thinking of World of Warcraft. Thank you.
Star Fox, tell me about the rabbits, Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, did they at the end there? Did they like hint at like a character? I thought I saw like a dark shadow or something, but I couldn't like make out what it was. Like usually when they do that, it's like maybe something recognizable, but I don't know. I didn't like get a good glimpse at it.
Yeah, I didn't pay any attention.
For you guys at home to see what happens.
Did not pay.
Oh, are we watching the remastered
So
Mario Party, or are we watching like a?
So yeah, so what this is, I mean, it's clearly made with Super Mario Party assets. Like they just
Yeah.
took the assets from that game and they decided to make this. What this is from what they have said, like from the impression they've given off, it is sort of like that Mario Party Top 100 game where it was like the top 100 mini games or something. Like it was a collection of mini games from the series, but it's like they've taken the first 3 games, the N64 games, so Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. Or at least 1 and 2. I don't think I've seen any boards from 3 yet. And they've just like taken a handful of boards from each game, and they're like, this is a sort of mashup game of those 3. It's like a remake, kind of. It is a remake of 3 games, but it's not all 3 games. It is just maps from the 3 games into this essentially new.
Right. Well, I mean, like a lot of minigames suck. Like more than half of them are like pretty shit. So if they just take the good one, like if they aggregate like the better ones over the history, like I think that could be a really good idea.
To put this into perspective, though, I believe, and I'm not 100% on this, but I believe that the Mario Party Top 100 on 3DS did not have Book Squirm from Mario Party 4, and therefore is objectively terrible.
Yeah, that was so good. Like it was so good. I know what one you're talking about after just saying that.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. It's like the best Mario Party minigame. Like 4 has a lot of bangers. 4 just has a lot of fucking bangers. Just 4, 5, and 6. Like if they did a collection of 4, 5, and 6, I'd be like, yeah, I'm on board. Gimme now, right now, please. I want gimme now.
Except for the ones where you have to just like fucking destroy your thumb spamming like the B button or whatever. I hate the way you're going like.
Well, so that's the thing is
you get like a fucking quarter and you just go like.
Yeah, like so there's a few of those in those games, but like Mario Party 1 and I think 2 are infamous for that. Like people like getting fucking carpal tunnel and shit from playing those fucking games. Like, it's like I don't think my experience with 1 and 2 is not a lot. So obviously I have a bias here, whereas like I love 3 and the rest. But like I don't think 1 and 2 are particularly that interesting. I think 2 has a very interesting gimmick in that every character has a unique costume for every stage. That's great. That's I would love to see that return. But like I think 3 is when they finally started to like do interesting stuff with the boards. Like 3 is actually like way more complicated than 4 is, because 3 has like fucking skeleton keys and like the Shy Guy stuff, and it's 3 is great. 3 has like a whole separate board game inside it with the fucking dual mode, and that has like its own maps, and like it's crazy. 3 is a really good game. But like I think 4, 5, and 6, I mean that's just the peak of the series. Like that, like 7 is good too, but 7 is when they started to get into like the gimmicky maps, which were fine in that game, because they were at least interesting and they still played with like the core mechanics. They didn't like change up that. And like 8 as well is in sort of a same boat, but obviously it's predicated on a lot of motion controls because that one is the first one I moved.
Yeah, any of the motion control ones, I was just like immediately like I don't care, I don't want this. Like the mic one was obviously way worse, but like the motion controls still were just kind of like.
Yeah, like. I don't know. It's the kind of thing where I look at it. I look at the Mario Party 1, 2, 3, and I'm just like I said, like, oh, we're still on N64, huh? We're still on that nostalgia. Like, we're not at GameCube yet. I mean, you did.
Well, I don't know if it's nostalgia. It might be for a new audience now.
I mean, it's the kind of it's just the kind of thing where like I see like Peach's Castle as the bonus world in Mario Odyssey, and I'm like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I see like the polygonal skin, like the 64 skin that you get in that game and in that world, and it's like
polygonal.
Yeah, so I mean, there's you can get costumes.
Like it has polygons.
Well, yeah, so like you can get different costumes for Mario in that game, and the final secret world. Yeah, it's made to look like how Mario looked in 64.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just make a Mario Party Maker with all boards, mini games, and game modes. Says 210.
I mean, yeah, that would
be
really
a good idea. Yeah, Mario Party Maker.
That'd be really cool. Like just.
But then they could never release another like Mario Party again.
I mean, that's fine. I only need if they can release the best one and have it be online, because like I already play I like Super Mario Party was just such a disappointment that me and my friends it drove us to figure out how to play Mario Party 4 online with each other. And we do, and that game is fun. Like I play Mario Party 4 with my friends online. It's great. It's a fucking fantastic time. Big recommend. And we can do 5, 6, and 7 as well. Like any of the GameCube ones, because just Dolphin has you can do net play.
Yeah.
It's great. It's fucking awesome. If they just gave us that officially, so I didn't have to go through the trouble of doing all that, I would pay money to not have to go through the trouble of doing that.
Are you really trying to suggest Nintendo should do anything online?
Right? So they added Super Mario Party didn't launch with online. It had an online mode where it was 10 specific mini games you could play against people online. It was garbage. It doesn't even qualify as fucking anything. And then 2 years later, a few months ago, they were yeah, we're adding online to Super Mario Party. And I'm like, what? Okay, that's not. It's not even that great of a Mario Party game. So even if it had online, I think I still probably would have ended up figuring out how to play 4 and 5 and all them online. But it's okay, cool, thanks guys. I don't know. It's a whole lot. Now, the one thing, the one advantage that the game that they're showing off here has, the maps do look better than the ones in Super Mario Party. So if your only way to play Mario Party is a Switch, this is probably a better option than Super Mario Party.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
I can't see specifically. I haven't been paying attention, but next time they roll, I'm going to, because I want to see if the dice goes all the way up to 10. Because in Super Mario Party, it only goes to 6.
I should mention that a few moments ago, switched it over to the Minecraft quarterfinals of building, right? The building competition. And you guys are sitting there going, oh, this looks so much nicer.
Oh.
Well, yeah, no, I actually did, but the thing I was about to say when that ended was I don't know why they're just showing Mario Party right now. Everybody knows what it looks like. We're just
it's Treehouse, man.
Any other game, anything else. Go back to Metroid 5.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing, man. It's not like Nintendo had the worst showing by any means.
Well, God,
but I think
this is a year that had Ubisoft and Take-Two both shit the bed.
Yeah, but I still think and don't get me wrong, this is not E3 2006 levels of oh god, why, or anything like that. But for Nintendo. But I think this was still historically one of their weaker conferences, and I just feel that it fits with the theme of this E3 a little bit.
Yeah.
Where it's just very I feel like it's almost too much of a compliment to call it underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, again, Xbox has, I think, in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, they did the best job here. They
Yeah,
showed
they did
lots of new games. They gave a lot of new excitement. They referred to games that are still in production that, like, you know, we expect to hear, but, you know, they were like, yeah, we're still doing it. You know what I mean? We got everything that you could possibly want, I think, from Xbox, and then
Got
everybody else
more
was
than I could have possibly imagined. Like,
yeah, and then everybody
Like,
else, everybody else was a disappointment except for Devolver, and Nintendo. I think would be a disappointment if not for the fact that everything else was a disappointment. Like,
well, I think so. I think Nintendo actually had some good games, but it just felt like they spent their time on really boring and weird parts, or like like the wrong games. It's like let's zoom past Breath of the Wild and then let's just show you like
something happens between games.
you know, the Monster Hunter World on Switch for like 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, here's Monster Hunter on Switch. Let's spend 8 of our 40 minutes on Monster Hunter. I get it, you know. And then they show a lot of Mario Party. Metroid 5 is cool. They didn't really show a whole lot of that. I would say they showed like 2 or 3 minutes total footage.
Well, they showed they did it on the Treehouse, and like you saw some like water mechanics, and
yeah, but you saw that on the Treehouse, right? Like we're talking the direct. They
oh yeah, no,
really
we're talking the conference. Yeah, I know.
So we're kind of we're at an interesting impasse here, right? It is currently 1:30, and the next conference today is at 5:30. And as much as I would like to suggest otherwise, I don't think I can talk to you guys for 4 hours about nothing.
Yeah, that's a rough one. It was already hard, like yesterday, getting through that like hour. But like hour and a half.
You know, we have to like improv an entire like normal Sunday stream podcast just without any preparation.
Without just to hang out. And,
like
then we get to Bandai, and hopefully they show anything, but they may not. And then Eureka's got their 10-minute thing, and then GameSpot. So we kind of have like 2 choices here, right? We could come back a little bit later tonight for Bandai, Eureka, and GameSpot, or we can just, you know, say goodbye and see everybody on Sunday. What are you guys feeling?
I mean, I'm good with either, I guess. I've been up all night, so I'm not gonna say no to being able to take a nap, but you know, either one works.
Yeah, I think like if Bandai does Elden Ring, like I might want to see that, but I don't know if I want to just like
hang out. Yeah. Well, so that's the thing, right? Do we want to come back at 5:30 and see what Bandai has, and then we'd be on for another hour and a half until GameSpot's done? GameSpot's supposedly going to be showing some stuff, right? Like GameSpot's supposed to be showing stuff this year. Let's see.
Is that 6:35?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the IGN schedule here.
I also have one of these keys, so I'm gonna actually use this to unlock.
Well, so GameSpot is they're 5 minutes after Eureka. Okay.
Yeah, well, 15 minutes. Eureka's at 6:20 to 6:30, and then they're at 6:35.
Okay, on IGN it just says at 3:30 PT, so 6:30, and then GameSpot is at 3:35, so 6:35.
Yeah, 6:20.
But I guess you're looking at a. Can you send me that schedule that you're looking at?
Pinned in our messages.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Which in okay in E3.
I think they're going to be covering like random ass shit. I think we're going to be seeing a little bit of everything there at the GameSpot coverage. But they're supposed to be showing some new world premieres.
Yeah, Nami, I'm sure Bandai will be doing Digimon Survive. We've been talking about that a while. I think they will probably be.
Here it goes. All right, 4 players.
You trudged through yesterday. Today can't possibly be worse. I mean, it's not worse. It's just there's fucking 4 hours of downtime.
Yeah.
So,
like yesterday, there was at least things happening that were like, okay, there's things happening right now, and there's things coming up. Right now, there's just like
nothing
a period of time. Yeah.
4 hours. Like, regardless, we're stepping out. We're going to be jumping off here in a minute. It's just a question of whether or not we're coming back. So. I tell you what, right? We're gonna jump off here for sure, and then we'll probably be back tonight for an hour and a half, just to kind of watch everything and catch up and see what's going on.
Yeah. Like, let's not commit brooding to it. If you like end up having a nap and just don't want to wake up, then don't worry about it.
Oh no.
He'll be here. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
He'll be here. Don't worry.
I'll take the nap now.
Yeah, take it strategically.
Right. So thank you guys for coming. If we don't see you later tonight, then we'll see you on Sunday. You could watch a Mark Brown video, but that will probably kill any desire to come back. That's true. Yes, if we were to watch a Mark Brown video, none of us would want to come back. It's just the worst. The absolute worst. So we're gonna jump out of here for a few hours. We will probably be back. Let's send you to somebody. There's nobody to send you to. Sucks. That sucks. You're just gonna have to.
I mean, if we don't, they're just gonna be here for hours with nothing happening.
Yeah, they are.
Where else will they go?
You're just gonna say.
Yeah, enjoy our pre-show for 4 hours.
Yeah. Enjoy our pre-show.
Yeah, we'll just we'll leave it on the Nintendo Treehouse with no commentary. So we're for sure
actually,
getting
that's a good
striked.
point. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid E3 for now, just so that anybody who wants to continue to watch this can choose to. But we are gonna step out for a bit. Thank you very much for coming. We love you all.
Thanks
so
everybody.
much. And we will we'll see you guys in a few hours.
Talk to y'all in a bit.
I can roll more than a 2. What do I have for items?
3 turns is still a lot of time.
Oh, I can make someone else roll short.
Yeah, things can change quite a bit, especially during the last 5 turns of the map, because the